Yo, what's up everyone? It's good to see you. I hope you're all having a good Tuesday today. To anybody who's checking out my Twitch or my YouTube channel for the first time ever, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Digital-Bluez. I'm the Digital-Human Vtuber who takes the intelligence out of artificial intelligence in hopes that my stupidity will either make people laugh or cry. Though I sincerely hope it's the former because I would really hate to make people cry. I'm a variety streamer who streams a variety of games, composes a variety of music, as well as draws a variety of things. It's nice to meet every single one of you, and I hope you enjoy your stay here. Let's see, Xena, Joey, Rin, good to see all of you. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves today. She'll probably give me a sec while I stretch chat. Okay. Shoulders are a little achy today, but aside from that, I'm holding on pretty well all the same. But yeah, didn't really think too much ahead as to what I was going to do today. Just wanted to play Sonic Rumble Party, if anything. Primarily also because there's a new crossover event happening with a certain sailor who is strong to the finish because he eats his spinach. Yes, I am talking about Popeye the Sailor. Of all the characters he could ever cross over with, it's Popeye the Sailor. Not that I'm complaining, because Popeye is one of my favorite cartoons, so it doesn't matter to me anyway, but you can play with my feelings. Now, why would I want to do that? Ren, why would I want to do that? You're a friend. Why would I really ever do anything like that to you? Don't tell me to hurry up. Hi, Raven. How you doing, buddy? There we go. So, sir, there are some things that I want to get out of the way first before I actually start off today's stream. Regarding the community soundtrack that I produced for like a month or so, you can expect a release date for it around, I want to say, June the 5th. June 5 is when I'm going to be releasing it, complete with thumbnail. I might also consider putting it up for sale on Bandcamp, but then again, I'm also going to be dropping a link to a free download for the community server in particular, because at least that way you guys can have access to it. Doing alright, just tired. How are you doing? I'm feeling less tired than I usually am today, though I guess it does help that I went to the gym earlier today and got a decent amount of sleep for once. 7 hours on a Tuesday? Unheard of. Hi, Cade. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for the love and support, Joey. There we go. Did I forget to mention anything else? No, I didn't really need to mention that. Ow! Ow! Rude. God damn it, Maisie. How are you doing, Soapy? How you doing, Maisie? I mean, I don't really need to hydrate now, but thank you for the hydrate. Hold on a minute. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm glad you're doing alright. Glad you're doing pretty alright. Bluey, Digi the blue dog. You're lucky I think Bluey is adorable. Although if it's any compensation, or if it does help, you guys aren't necessarily the first one to call me that. I believe the first person to ever call me that was Sucky Bunny. Got my first paycheck from work today. Awesome! That's awesome, dude. I'm really happy for you. I will say, by the way, I noticed last night Twitch played a lot more ads than when I got normal for my stream, so there might be a lot. What? I mean, I have it set so that only like 3 minutes of ads plays every hour. Shouldn't be any more than that. And if it is, that's out of my control, unfortunately. Amongst other things that I can control on Twitch, at the very least. But that's besides the point. But yeah, I'm going to load up Rumble Party now, and I want to see just how ridiculous. I just want to see how ridiculous this game has gotten. Now that we know that Popeye the Sailor is is like an actual character you can purchase within the game, and if my instincts are correct, if Godzilla crossed over with Sonic the Hedgehog, and that resulted in a IDW Comics crossover between Sonic and Godzilla, I would not be surprised if the IDW Comics decided to cross over Popeye with Sonic the Hedgehog. I want that to be a thing so bad. I just want Sonic to be super frustrated and like confused as to why Popeye was able to survive a whole bunch of shit, and then Popeye just replies with, "I ate spinach." Because you guys really need to see just how absurd like Popeye is in the comics, but that's for a different story altogether. 10 stream streak, holy shit! Thank you for the stream streak, Kate. I appreciate that. I really do. Worked 33 hours for a 10 to 11 hour job, but SSN and medical care combined took away 25 bucks from my pay, but still a lot I earned for 2 weeks of work. Hey, that's not bad. I'm glad you're getting a steady source of income at this point, though, Soapy. Oh right, I forgot to capture the game. What am I doing? Provided the game will actually load. Oh, there we go. Also, as a reminder to everybody in the chat, don't forget to use my creator code Digital-Bluez at checkout in the game store if you would like to support the channel.
Fuck you!
Well, fine. Don't consider supporting the channel. Sheesh. God damn it, Soapy. A 110 stream streak. Holy shit, Joey. By the way, Joey, two things. One, how's your arm doing? Two, how's it going with your VGen commissions on well, VGen? So what else do I have to do here? I should be more mildly disappointed, but at this point I kind of expect it. Don't you head pat me after that. Promotional reward. I mean, okay, I'll take the 50 red rings. I don't know what that's for, but okay, thank you. God, I haven't touched this game in like what, 2 weeks? I'm pretty sure I'm no longer at diamond rank. Arm is okay-ish. Just need I just need 6 more for Minecraft skins to receive those worth of comms. Ah, okay. Well, hopefully you'll get some takers. I'm pretty sure. If you'd like, you could also promote them in the server. Your commissions. There's got to be somebody in the community that also plays Minecraft. Oh, I kind of want these skins. Excuse me. Did you Wario has something to say? If that motherfucker tells me to hurry up, you can shove it where it hurts. Wario can shove it where it hurts if he's gonna tell me to hurry up. Ooh, a whole bunch of rings that I'm not even gonna use. In 12 minutes. I'm so happy that you were able to clock that. God, I haven't touched this game in like weeks. Hey, Hamburger, how you doing? Hamburger, what the hell? I trusted you, man! Oh! God! Bro, I trusted you and you're gonna do that? Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. Did you? I get so lost in your server. I'm sorry. I will definitely reorganize the server a little bit better. Actually, there is a point in the server. There is a point in the server where you guys can like, if you need like help navigating the server, there is a section there where if you need to like find a few things, check out Digital Directory. Yeah, I was about to say you can, if you ever get lost, you can probably just refer to that, and you can find where you need to be. I wanted to stimulate the summer heat for you. You don't. I mean, you don't have to. It's already. I've already had the AC on and everything. Oh my god. Since your processors can't processors. I'm a virtual being. I'm not a robot. I keep saying this a lot. Right, what was I doing? I mean, I'm glad Emerald is still in here. That means you exist within technology, yes? It's a bit complicated. I will eventually make a proper explanation when I actually get the chance to like work on my lore and stuff. Eventually, I'll work on my lore. Bleh. Another Samurai Sonic skin? He already had one though. Oh my lord. Let me check out the past first before I do anything else. Thank you for the love and support. Also, you know, I said today was gonna suck because of waking up early to work out. It wasn't even that bad. I'm sure it'll work out just fine for it. The one you see is from the one you see is from the Edo era. Well, I mean, there was a samurai armor skin that Sonic also had. Aha. That's what I was looking for. God's sake, guys. But yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. Popeye the Sailor is now officially a character in the that you can purchase in the game. It is so weird. I don't think it fits, but considering we also got a crossover with Sonic the with Godzilla, I'm not surprised really. It's very weird to see. Like I said, he also collaborated with Godzilla, and that's not necessarily the worst thing I've ever seen. Alright, I'll play a game. Give me a sec. Reach the goal within 50 seconds to clear. I can do that. Did you know there was a canceled movie of Popeye originally made by Sony and Tom Kenny was to voice him? I did, and I'm so disappointed. It was supposed to be directed by Genndy Tartakovsky too, and that never came around because Sony just has no freaking clue what to do with the franchise apparently. Imagine if Ronald McDonald's crew is there for a collab. Oh god, I don't think I could ever handle that. Okay, I'll take second. Screw it. It's whatever. That could be worse. 10! Yo, 10, thanks for the raid. I appreciate that. If any of my mods are there, can we get a shout out for 10, please? To all the raiders who are meeting me for the first time, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Digital-Bluez. I'm the Digital-Human Vtuber who takes the intelligence out of artificial intelligence in hopes that my stupidity will either make people laugh or cry. I'm a variety streamer who streams a variety of games, composes a variety of music, as well as draws a variety of things. It's nice to meet every single one of you, and I hope you enjoy your stay here. How'd the rest of your stream go, 10? Alright, come on, man. The raiders just got here. I lost the raid message because I copied a link to a wiki page. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get you a shout out first and foremost, 10. I hope I spelled the name right. There we go. A date with death. How did the date with death go? And to all the raiders who had to raid and dash, I completely understand if you must. After stream self-care is enforced, encouraged, and recommended by not just me, but all my other friends as well. So if you have to take care of yourself after the fact, I completely understand. 10, thank you so much for sharing your community with mine. I hope I return the favor to you someday. We kiss death. Alright, so then I gotta ask this question then. Is Death's lips as cold as, like, a lot of cartoonists make it out to be? It's to make a first impression for the raiders. Can we not do that? They just got here. Of course it wouldn't give me any... Wait, unless... Okay, I can take that. They didn't say, but they did say his hands were very cold. Thanos got cooked by death again. That's wild. That is a wild statement to make. What's Thanos gonna do this time, though? I'll just gather all this stuff again. If anybody here actually does play Sonic Rumble, by the way, I'm sorry that this comes off as very promoty and very annoying for like a lot of people, but if you do want to support the channel while getting yourself some goodies within the game, be sure to use my creator code Digital-Bluez at checkout, and you'll be directly supporting this channel while getting yourself something nice in the game. Make an infinity plug? That sounds painful. Thanos got cussed by Rocket. What are you all on about? He's gonna make a go through. That's insane. That is insane, chat. I don't know why you would ever make a statement like that. Why am I getting this? Played Party Rumble once. Could have sworn I already got that achievement. He literally did get cucked by dead. Yeah, with Deadpool or something like that, right? In the comics, anyway. Of course Deadpool would be doing stuff like that. Hold on, I'm gonna be... I always tend to use this Sonic skin. I'm gonna use this one.
Whoops, there it goes.
Yep.
My
brain stopped. Deadpool casually pulling the Grim Reaper. I would smash with Deadpool for Lady Death. That is... more power to you, I guess. I don't know... Excuse me. I don't know what to do with this information, so... Jesus, I don't play this game for like 2 weeks, and suddenly I'm at the beginning of the race all over again. I might actually consider getting the pass associated with Popeye for this, because I do want Popeye. Hey Doc, or sorry, what's up, Doc? How you doing? I gotta make it a thing to greet you that way every time. He eated his spinach, he's too broken. I mean, honestly, even without spinach, Popeye is just broken in general. Bro literally, like, disintegrated into nothingness, and still, he somehow still survived. Like, he literally just comes back like nothing happened. It's insane. Nice try, buddy. That might have worked out. That might have not worked out in my favor. Finally, I'm catching one of your streams. These days weren't so easy for me. I'm sorry. You don't have to talk about it, but whatever transpired, I hope it all turns out better for you eventually. Yippee! I'm first this time. Let's go.
Nice.
That was so perfectly timed as soon as I hit first. How creepy for you to know in certain AU, Metal Sonic wears Sonic skin to be real like him, like Pinocchio wanting to be a real kid. I'm pretty sure I've read that AU. I know that there's an artist who has been like redrawing that specific AU on Instagram. I think. Could be wrong though. Actually, chat that. Oh, I've introduced my younger sister to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. What are her thoughts so far? She just finished part 4 and loved it. Nice. Part 4 is my favorite part of one of my favorite parts for JoJo. In front of that would probably have to be number 7. Or part 7, rather. Okay, I didn't want to go up there anyway. We'll go that way, though. Hi, Hannah! How you doing? Ow. I didn't mean to do that, but it'll work. Ow. Okay, I'll take second. Hell yeah. I'm back from my Tennessee trip and I didn't want to leave. It was so fun. Aw. I'm glad you had a good time in Tennessee. I'm one step closer to solving my legal status. If only the government system to get an appointment weren't so useless. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry that you had to put up with that, rather. Hey, thanks for the 5 stream streak, Ark. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, 10, if you're still there, remind me to ask you something later. There's something that I gotta ask you, and I believe also Meg at some point. Hiking on top of the Smoky Mountains did a number on my legs. And this is why we never skip leg day when it comes to like exercise. I don't know if that does anything, but cross slash is literally just a big old nothing burger. I'm gonna be real. Probably not one of my least favorite skills. That's just rude. Now that's just rude. Okay, I get it. Leave me alone. Jesus. Here we go. I think I'm gonna lose. Aw, man, I was doing so well, too. Oh well. Tennessee definitely has a lot of historical ups and downs. Its ups being like Elvis, and its downs being well, its worst down was the if I remember my my American history very well, yeah, I can understand why that would be considered one of the worst. Like the worst down, I should say. Speaking of Elvis, I just found out Elvis's guitar car is restored in a museum. Is it really? I had no clue. I literally had no clue. Why am I not eligible? Please wait for the Rumble rankings to start next week. I could have sworn they were going to start this week. Doesn't it start every Tuesday? Or because because I didn't play the game for so long. That's what Graceland is now? Ah, I see. Just saw it on Instagram while doom scrolling. I had no clue. Oh yeah, there's also Bluto. Interesting that you can buy Bluto, but if you want Ooh, actually, wait, I kind of want that though. Wait, this costume actually kind of goes pretty hard. I kind of want that one. I kind of want Space Ranger Sonic. That's cool actually. I kind of want that. Me and my sister got to sit in Elvis's golden car. Was it as gold as advertised, or was that just like a gimmick? I'm asking for a friend. Ooh, Ronin's Shadow actually looks pretty cool too. Space Ranger Sonic, more of a Gundam Wing Sonic. I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of people were calling that particular skin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of people were calling it. Hold on, I'm getting DM'd by somebody, chat, sorry. There is a huge there's a huge rise in like a lot of like, you know, quote unquote artists looking for commissions when we all know for the fact that they're bots. So many bot accounts happening as of late. But yeah, chat, if you ever want to support I don't want to stop supporting, excuse me? Hold on, let me do that again. But yeah, this is where you go to enter the creator code, chat. In this case, I'm gonna use Joey's support creator code. There we go. That's where you can basically enter the code in the shop. Enter my code Digital-Bluez if you ever buy anything in the shop, and whatever you purchase also directly supports me and my channel specifically. My grandma used to see Elvis concerts a lot. I'm so jealous. Aww. One of my hopes was to actually see. One of my hopes and goals at one point was to see Daft Punk live. Unfortunately, they broke up on my birthday in 2018, so I can no longer get that dream now. Just thinking about it just makes me kind of sad. I can no longer see them live because they broke things off. She even has a picture with him? No kidding! That's cool. What's this? I can do that later. Hey, Disabled Gamer, how you doing? Nice to see you. But imagine if you see them separately in a DJ party. That would be really awkward, I think. That'd be a tad awkward, methinks. I mean, I could probably get more red rings if I just do a lot more challenges, but considering I did a lot more beforehand, I don't think I can. EG or Chippy. Are these characters that I don't know about? I'm sorry if I'm not up to date with that. I want to eventually go to a Femtinel concert. That shit would be awesome. I hope you get to do that one day. With your boyfriend, too. I hope you're able to see a Femtinel concert, excuse me. I hope you're able to see a Femtinel concert. I had to put an emphasis on the M just to, like, just for the record, in case anybody is, like, wondering why the hell do I want Femtinel? As in, like, the no-no medication. Words be wording today. I never said my English language was, I never said that my English was really good. Your code should be Digital-Bluez. Why? Ow. I mean that you can call me either DG or Chippy instead of my full Twitch name. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm used to like reading out everyone's like names fully. Well, it's nice to see you though, DG, regardless. Made it! And clearing that gets me 5 additional red rings. Hell yeah. Let's go. That sounds like from a nickname on in a yaoi manga your partner likes. I'm sorry, what? Oh, right. The lobby open or are we open, boss? Lobby do be open. If anybody else in the chat also plays this game and wants to like play with me, let me know. Oh, I can change the back. Oh, okay. I didn't know I can change the backgrounds. I'm scared he wouldn't like it because he's autistic and I'm not fully aware of what kind of loud noises overstimulate him, so I just want to make him in safe and comfortable course. I get that. That's very sweet of you to care for your boyfriend like that. Roman Saka call me Chippy, but if you like DG, that's fine. Okay. Thank you for clarifying with me at the very least. I appreciate that. Is your fridge open for food and drinks? What? I mean, the only thing that's in the fridge at the very moment is a bunch of. Actually, I didn't even take inventory of what's in the fridge today. Hey, Digi, is your refrigerator running? No, in fact, I caught it like maybe 10 minutes ago. Or, sorry, an hour ago. Fridge inventory stream. All you're probably gonna see is just a whole bunch of Coke Zero, maybe some Pepsi, cream soda. Most of that belongs to Mama Blues anyway. Whole bunch of vegetables and definitely a whole bunch of berries as well. Is there... Legally speaking, no. Legally and literally speaking, no. Hi, Dead Bob, how you doing? It's going. It's going alright. Hold up, Ties, I see you. Give me a sec. So many people are also just DMing me. Can y'all, like, leave me alone for, like, a minute, please? Gotta say hi and dash again, I'm afraid. Oh, no worries, Dead Bob. Thank you for being here for as long as you could have anyway, and thank you for saying hi at the very least. You know you're always welcome to. Appreciate you, by the way. There we go. Oh.
Ah, I exist.
Oh, Christ, you're huge. Hold on a minute.
To be fair, somebody was talking about loud noises, and like, it's my time to shine.
How you doing?
I'm tired, boss.
I think we're all tired. For completely different reasons, but still valid all the same.
So I spent my day in the YouTube mines, doing some science.
What,
my name is Tyz, disabled gamer, aka the Sunshower Tiger. I am a vigilante pirate, and I can be both loud and quiet.
Wait. I read that as dine. I read that as dine and dash. What?
I mean, to be fair, that's the only way that Sonic can eat.
I mean, that is fair. The chili dogs do give him the runs.
I mean, have you ever seen the accurate Sonic the Hedgehog video?
I don't think I have actually.
One of the facts in that video is that hedgehogs poop while running.
Oh god. So it's just a trail of shit instead of like a trail of blue light. That'd be pretty funny.
And then they chew it up. They chew it up and mash it into a foam, and they smear it on their quills so that they're extra dangerous.
Gross.
Yeah.
Damn, Nature, you nasty.
Gaming mascot, everybody.
Damn, Nature, you nasty.
And everyone complains about Bubsy. I mean, to be fair, he does shit in a box, so
I mean, at least he has somewhat of equivalent to an actual bathroom.
Yeah, it's called Mobius.
After Eggman's done with this place, I don't blame him. I felt like an idiot.
Whew, somebody smell rotten eggs? That ain't Eggman. Jesus, Sonic, what are you eating?
They just gave him the runs, quite literally. Oh shit.
Yeah. That said, I think we are overdue a Bubsy collab for this game.
Yeah.
If we're not gonna get him in Crossworlds, we should at least get him in here. What are you, the hottest gaming mascot of Twitch last week?
Did they now?
Oh yeah, no. I think I mentioned this to you when the game launched. They gave anyone who has partnered to play the game, like anyone who got a creator code, also got access to the Bubsy model, and they were allowed to edit it with like hairstyle changes and stuff. So there were some goth Bubsies, there were some alien Bubsies.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, just doing what you do with your 3D model, but they were all everybody Bubsy. And then the voice actor for Bubsy was doing their own stream on the Steam developer like broadcast thing.
Yeah.
So they were streaming in character.
Wonder how it'll look if Sonic will have the skin of the old Sonic Adventures from the TV series.
Like the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog?
Or are you talking about like a low poly Sonic model?
I mean, there are a few of those, certainly. I mean, it's the Bubsy 3D models in Bubsy 40. And you can turn on tank controls.
Tank controls in a platformer, that's always fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Croc was actually popular back in the day, and it also had tank controls, so I don't know. Unless the UK has lied to us again, because it was popular there. because Argonaut comes from their home turf. Keep in mind that you cannot hate on Croc while also liking Star Fox.
That is true.
Because they made both. And Buck Bumble.
If Buck Bumble comes, if Buck Bumble makes a comeback, I'm gonna scream.
Oh, he is. They've already been teasing a Buck Bumble remaster.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the official word from Argonaut.
Listen, I'm just saying, this year we got Bubsy, we're getting Buck Bumble. It's a good year to be a fan of trash mascot characters.
That is true.
with minimal redeeming qualities. Hey, Sonic's also coming back, speaking of. It's our time! We've been made fun of enough. Now legitimacy is happening. Although I will be honest, like, unfortunately Bubsy 40 is experiencing some of the same problems that I had with Demon Tides. It's also a very short game, it's only 15 levels long. It is still quite a cheap game, so it's not the end of the world. But I am quickly learning that the developer they have some weaknesses when it comes to designing platformers.
Mm-hmm.
And most of that is simply that their level structure is very loose. You're not getting like you play a Mario game and a level kind of feels like a place that you could almost exist in to an extent, especially the 3D ones. There's some thought behind the environment and how one thing leads to another, and like, sure, things get a little weird with games like 3D Land, where, you know, platforms become thin or thick and everything's rectangles and cubes and squares and whatnot.
Right.
But there's still a more concrete feel to those levels. A lot of the levels in Bubsy and Demon Tides are kind of like, well, we're going to have this square island of things for you to do, and then we're just going to have you ride this pathway to a different... It's also kind of like Sonic in a way. If you think of the rail grinding in some levels, where it's like, okay, we'll have you play this section of the level, and then we're going to have you do a rail grind sequence as we move you forward in the stage a whole bunch, and then we're going to give you another little sandbox to play around in for a minute before we make you grind more rails.
Right.
You know? And the level just kind of feels disjointed as a result of that, because there are these large sections where you are not going from what feels like a connected part of the level to another one. There's just this weird filler space, but in Bubsy case, it's the you turn into a hairball and you roll in these half pipes, or you slide down a big slide, you know, and that leads to your next little challenge area, so to speak. And in Demon Tides, a lot of that was, well, we're gonna have these small islands, you do that island, and then you move to the next island. But like, everything is so small in comparison, and I don't know, it just feels like levels are often over before you get like a lot of meat out of them, or certain gimmicks overstay their welcome, and there isn't really a lot of... It's curious to think of like, okay, well, what gets to stay, what gets to cut, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't always agree with what they chose, and also just some of their game design philosophies. Like, they have a bunch of things you can climb on that are colored yellow, and enemies shoot orange projectiles. And then you come across these guns that shoot yellow projectiles. And you're like, oh, are these a good thing? No, they're enemy projectiles. But they don't hurt you, they just splatter yellow goo on your screen. So I understand why they didn't make them orange like the other bullets. But why are they the color of the friendly things that you bounce off of, you know?
Yeah.
I would have chosen a different color for those. Considering that those first show up in the arts and crafts world, and the previous level had a bunch of glue that you can use to stick to walls, why aren't they using actual glue guns to shoot glue balls at you and put glue on your screen? And yes, Bubsy makes several disgusting glue puns about fan fiction and about what the internet will talk about when he's jumping through the glue. So they know what they're doing.
They know their audience well then in that case.
Yes. So I don't know. It's just really weird missed opportunities, and like I get they're a small team, but it almost seems like they don't get a lot of feedback, or they aren't able to implement whatever feedback they are getting. I don't know.
Right.
And again, considering the length of the game and whatnot, you'd think that it would be easier for them to operate on feedback, especially if like Atari's coming back and, you know, hopefully telling them what they like, what they don't like. But maybe Atari was hands off because like Atari's made so much garbage. Like maybe Atari doesn't trust themselves to make a good game, and they're just like, we're just gonna let you do everything. I don't know. It's an interesting dilemma, but that would be a wild one. I mean, stay tuned. They might be working on a new Smash Bros, so it's not impossible.
I don't know if I even want a new Smash Brothers, to be honest.
Yeah, well, they made a new console. They have to make a new one. The
yeah.
question is whether they're gonna kill Sakurai to make it, because he'll come back. You know he will.
I mean, if anybody other than Masahiro Sakurai ever like handles any new Smash Brothers, I think I would be disappointed.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think it is fair to give people a chance. The problem is that Nintendo puts too much into everything they do sometimes, unless they farm it out to a third party, because like Good Feels games are kind of lackluster on average. So like when it comes to third party stuff, Nintendo seems to they put their foot down on certain things, but then they also come out with like Princess Peach Showtime and it's like, ugh, did people play this? Who's this
I never
for?
got to. I kind of want to at some point.
It's not great. There's a demo. You can try it. I recommend playing the demo. It's very slow, and you're just kind of walking around and doing one of two attacks in a very limited range. And every time you interact with an enemy, you have to like do a little animation where you take off their costume or whatever. Their costume changes, and it's a little like ribbon spin thing, and it's just, I don't know, it's a very slow-paced game, and despite all the footage of like the costumes that Peach is supposed to get that suggested more of an action feel, once you get those costumes, it still takes just as long, because the fencer costume, for example, her sword stabs now take multiple hits to dispatch an enemy instead of just hitting them with the ribbon once. So the combat still takes the same amount of time.
Right.
Except now you can dodge enemies, and you dodge enemies by just pressing the same attack button or jumping. And the dodge animation is also really slow because it stops time and it forces her to jump behind the enemy. So it's not like Witch Time, where the action kind of continues, but everything else slows down. No, everything slows down so it can show you this nice little animation.
Okay.
Also, Dihono Omega would be fine. I think there are a lot of people that appreciate Omega. I don't personally care about Omega. I don't understand why people are a fan of him, but I'm also not going to hate those who are.
I just think it's really sweet in the comics that Omega refuses to hurt Cream the Rabbit.
Right.
And I think that's why a lot of people like myself like Omega specifically.
Well, also, isn't there something, because like in Sonic Adventure, E102 Gamma had Birdie inside him as his like soul or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Omega replaced him in Sonic Heroes. So I don't know if there's a bird inside Omega or what, but I do feel that that's kind of what they're going for, and that Omega is just kind of a replacement for Gamma.
Probably. Speaking of Nintendo, Yoshi in the Mysterious Book looks so boring. It looks like a kid's show in game form. I don't know. I think it's kind of cute when Yoshi games like decide to experiment with like a new art style. The same way that Kirby does the exact same thing.
So the reason why my opinion on Princess Peach Showdown, or what is it? Whatever. I can't even remember if that's what it's called. Whatever. Is so fresh is because I literally just replayed through the demo again because Yoshi and the Mysterious Book came out, and I was like, I don't remember like the recent Yoshi games being that great, and I wanted to refresh my memory on them. So I watched Matt and Liam from Super Best Friends Play, they still collab together now and again. They played through an hour and a half of Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. And then I played through the demo for Yoshi's Crafted World, and I also booted up Yoshi's Woolly World and played through a level in that. Specifically a level that I had not played before. So I was deliberately trying to make that experience as fresh as I possibly could. What it kind of comes down to is the problem with Yoshi's Woolly World is that it's just Yoshi's Island 3 in terms of gameplay, and it's doing nothing else interesting except for its visual style. And its visual style is not as good as Yoshi's Island 1. It's better than Yoshi's Island DS, which was this is kind of like faux 3D style, but it's not as nice as the old crayon watercolor style. And it's just kind of like, oh, there are yarn balls instead of eggs, and it's just like, okay. Epic Yarn looked a lot better because it had the same yarn aesthetic, but they were sprites instead of this ugly, blurry 3D that characterized the appearance of the Wii U. I don't know what was up with the Wii U. Everything just looked blurry in that generation for some reason. It's like there was a smear filter on top of everything.
I guess?
Also, playing it now, this is a weird nitpick, but when you go to Yoshi's Crafted World, one of your collectibles is there are red coins hidden amongst the regular coins. And I think that was an original Yoshi's Island thing as well. It's been too long for me to remember. Yeah, but in Woolly World, some of the yarn balls in the level are just secretly Miiverse stamp tokens. And I don't know, there's just something about the association between, okay, some of these coins are red coins versus some of these yarn balls are actually stamp tokens. It's just like, what am I collecting here? What am I doing?
Hi, Ed.
The game's identity just feels like kind of all over the place. And yeah, it's just slow, it's boring, it's weak, it's not as charming as Epic Yarn. So then I moved over to Crafted World, and I was harsh on Crafted World when I first played it. I am less harsh now. As I started playing it, I was like, oh, actually, this looks really charming. It doesn't look as bad as Woolly World does. They're doing some cool things with the aesthetic. It actually controls better. They're doing some interesting things where you can like shoot at the foreground and background to interact with things there, and I think that's clever. It makes good use of like depth of field stuff, and you're not just paying attention to the track that you're walking on, right? And especially considering that sometimes that track will take you into the background or the foreground, you also have to keep in mind there's still the background and the foregrounds that you can interact with, and it's clever, it's fun. And I don't really have any more notes besides that. It's just solid, and it's a better attempt at it. It feels like Woolly World was like a beta test for this, and that this is the proper sequel to Epic Yarn. The problem is that they had a clever idea that they failed to implement well. And that is anytime you beat a level, you unlock the reverse version of that level, where it's not simply like a mirror world where you're playing the level backwards. The entire level flips around because everything's in 3D now, and everything's made of arts and crafts supplies. So now you're seeing the back of all these construction paper houses, and you're seeing the milk cartons that are propping them up, and you're seeing like cookie packages and jelly bean containers and stuff like that. And that's endearing. The problem is that they don't do enough of that, and it unfortunately ends up feeling like when you clip into a wall in a video game and you're just looking at the back of textures and nothing else is being rendered. It feels a lot like that.
I see.
They haven't done enough. They haven't hidden enough silly little Easter eggs in the background of these stages to make it worthwhile to rotate the camera around. And what you're doing in these reverse stages is there are 3 Poochie Pups. You just go through the level, you find the 3 Poochie Pups. It's a bit of an Easter egg hunt, but they're usually all in plain view. Sometimes they're in the background, whatever. You get them, you get to the exit within a certain time limit. So you're also on a time limit. So you'll play that once or twice depending on how fast you are, and I don't know, it's just not engaging because you're not. There was already enough discovery going on the first time you're playing through the level, and you're getting hearts to fill up your health meter. You're getting the red coins. You're getting the smiley flowers, etc., etc. There's already a bit of an Easter egg hunt that's going on where you're interacting with all the props and whatnot. And then they kind of strip that back. They add 3 new things to the level, but now you're not interacting with anything else in the level except you're just going fast, fast, fast. Stop to hit that puppy. Fast, fast, fast. Stop to hit the second puppy. Fast, fast, fast. Stop to hit the third puppy. Fast, fast, fast. Reach the exit, and you're done. And I feel like what would have been better is, you know how some games where it's like, you got all the collectibles in this world, you've unlocked a bonus level. I think if they had cut out those reverse levels and done like one bespoke reverse level where they're doing something crazy with the crafts aesthetic and putting extra effort into like one really interesting level at the end, and maybe not have that speed run requirement because that's not really fun. Because the game's kind of all about discovery and looking for things and interacting with goofy things and playing with the environment, right?
Right.
And suddenly stripping all that out and making you go super fast, it's just at conflict with the game's identity, I feel. So that's just kind of my perspective on Crafted World.
Okay.
Now, Mysterious Book, on the other hand, that is a game where they're like, we're going to go all in on discovery. This is not an action platformer. This is not a Mario game. This is closer to like Mario, the fucking time travel one.
Oh, Partners in Time?
Yeah. No.
Oh, am I thinking of a different one entirely?
The SNES one.
Oh,
that
one.
SNES time traveling one. Where you're like going into history and solving puzzles and stuff. Every level in Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is basic. The better comparison nowadays would honestly be Scribblenauts. You're basically going into a level where there will be a unique enemy type that is introduced, and you son of a bitch.
I didn't mean to do that.
You'll be introduced to a new enemy type, and they will interact with Yoshi, with each other, with the environment, in a bunch of different ways. You make a whole bunch of discoveries, then you go to the next level. That enemy is introduced, another enemy is introduced. They now interact with each other. They have their own interactions. They have interactions with each other. Discover them. Over time, you get tokens. You spend those tokens to get hints to discover new interactions. Uh-oh, a new enemy has now populated an old world. Go back to the old enemy. Now they have new interactions with the new enemy, and you have an alternate version of that level. And you're basically just discovering funny little interactions, like when you're playing Scribblenauts, and you're discovering like, oh, turns out that if you give like Santa the Grim Reaper scythe or whatever, he can just beat the entire game or whatever, like the goofy shit, you know? And that's kind of what Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is all about. It's not... It's a bit cynical to say it's not a video game. It is about exploration and discovery. You are not... Yes, it's a platformer. Yes, you can still throw eggs. Yes, you can still collect smiley flowers. But those are kind of diminished in focus compared to, hey, we've given you like a physics playground with these goofy goobers. Go interact with these goofy goobers. And for every enemy that you discover and complete their level, you get to name them.
Okay.
And it's kind of like that My Voice Zoo that you were playing. You can do some cursed shit. Also kind of tapping into the Miiverse. Fuck. There's so much me shit.
Tomodachi Life?
Tomodachi Life, thank you. I was thinking Miitopia, and I was like, no, that's not correct either. So you've got some of that shit. So of course, again, this is not my joke. This is Matt and Liam from Super Best Friends Play. So they're the degenerates. So the first enemy that you encounter is like a cute little flower enemy, and one of them is like, yeah, name it Paizuri. Okay.
It's fucked up.
And then they go to the second stage, and they throw the flower enemy at the bees, And the old bookman that's your narrator in the game is like, oh, they really like playing with the Paizuri, don't they?
Oh, that's fucked up.
Like, and it's just like, that's the game. That is the video game. So yes, I do agree that it is not for everyone. It is a Nintendo-ass Nintendo game, though. It is, like, again, if Goodfeel struggles to make a fucking video game, they may as well go esoteric with this and just make some weird shit. And again, Crafted World, they could have saved it. They just really need it, like, again, I'm kind of like what I've been saying with Demon Tides and Bubsy 4D. There are some elements of those games that would be better if they were just removed entirely. And I feel like Yoshi's Crafted World would be better if they just completely took out the reverse versions of the levels and just maybe had a couple extra levels instead. I know I'm not asking for as many, because if there's a reverse version of every level, then that's technically a lot of content. But is it good content that's worth playing is the question you need to ask yourself, you know? And unfortunately, I don't think they did. You know, it's like, well, we could add like 2 or 3 levels that are actually handcrafted, or we can just go hide some puppies in all the stages. What do you want to do, guys? let's add the puppies.
It'll be funny if Keanu Reeves wears something like what Shadow wears on the skin that you're using.
If only.
Art, funny you say that. The movie version of Shadow the Hedgehog is actually a skin in this game.
Yes. It's Meow Reeves.
The ultimate furry.
God damn it. Oh, that was really funny. My jump got eaten by the platform, and... Oh, okay. No, that guy just cheated. Awesome. Love that. This guy attacked me while I was in the water, and I saw him die, but then apparently he did die, and he just kept playing the level like normal. I guess it makes sense that the crocodile would survive the water hazard. But yeah, I wish I had. I kind of wish I had not gotten Woolly World, but I loved Epic Yarn so much. Like, it made more sense. But in retrospect, I don't know if I can stomach playing more Woolly World, and I would prefer to have Crafted World. But Crafted World is $84.99 plus tax Canadian.
And bollocks if I'm gonna pay that much for a Nintendo game now.
And so is Yoshi in the Mysterious Book. And you know what else? So is probably going to be your fucking Star Fox 64 remake. Hey, do you want to pay $100 for an N64 game, Blues? How does that sound, buddy? How does that sound?
Not great, not gonna lie. especially since the Switch 2 is gonna go up in price in September. And
yeah.
that'll be a big pass for me, Chief.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck Nintendo's doing. I don't know what the fuck anybody's doing. Sony doesn't want to sell PC games anymore. But like, people don't want to buy their console because it's so expensive. So it's like, who's gonna, like, your exclusives now have to be so good to convince anyone to buy your shit. And again, I think Nintendo's the only company that can, but I think that's also because there are so many Nintendo exclusive fans who only have like a PC and a Switch and have only ever had Nintendo consoles. Or they might not even have a PC, they might just have a Switch and now a Switch 2. And it's just this cycle that loops every single time. Like, there's nobody more dedicated than Nintendo fans, I'll tell you that much. But it's just like, I don't know who the fuck can afford to spend so much money on these, like, really minimal depth Nintendo games. I will proudly go on. I will embarrassingly go on record to say that I used to be that dedicated a decade ago when I was making pretty decent money. Well, I mean, again, I was that way up until the Wii U, and then they nuked my entire library when they moved over to the Switch. And didn't decide to carry anything forward. I'm not expecting my Wii U games, like my disc games, to carry forward, but the fact that they abandoned the Virtual Console entirely and didn't port that forward and the fact that they then just started reselling all their games with new content, like Super Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and all that shit. It's just like, why did I buy anything for the Wii U? I shouldn't have bought that console. It was nice because I didn't have a Wii. It was nice to get access to some Wii stuff, but in retrospect, I would have so many more Switch games, and I could justify upgrading to a Switch 2 more if I hadn't gotten the Wii U and bought Wii U games. Man, I bought both versions of fucking Smash Bros. For the 3DS and Wii U.
Same.
Only played it with a friend once at work, and unfortunately they had to assist a customer, and we got stuck, and our round had to end in a sudden death because we both put down our things. It's like, okay, we're just gonna sit here, but when time runs out, bombs start falling down from the sky and everyone's health. You motherfucker.
I did not mean to do that.
Well, too bad.
Oh, we're gonna do this again? Is that what's happening?
I mean, to be fair, I already gave you one grace attack earlier, and just now you took my barrier. You didn't actually hit me.
I suffered enough today, goddamn.
I've suffered more. I spent hours today doing test streams on YouTube because I discovered that and this is going to be of interest to you, honestly, other creators potentially. Hold on, I want to acknowledge something from Ark.
Hey Ben, nice to see you. How you doing?
I don't know what you're talking about, Crystal and Star Fox, but I do think that if they can't make a good Star Fox game that people like and want to buy, because again, apparently nobody liked Assault, and nobody liked Zero, and nobody liked the thing that came out in between, that they keep going back to Star Fox 64. I do think that they owe it to fans to give them a little bit more than just a point-for-point remake of Star Fox 64. I would hope that they would do Star Fox 64 and then be like, hey, we've got a bonus campaign that's set in the future where Crystal joins the team, and like we brought back some of the Star Fox 2 characters or something like that. You know, something unlockable at the end. Something to give fans a little unexpected. But I'm not expecting that to happen because Nintendo knows they don't have to do that to get it to sell.
They just bank on the nostalgia alone, let's be real.
Yeah, and who knows, if this does well enough by their standards, whatever ridiculous standards those might be, they might make a Star Fox Reboot 2 with these things that I'm talking about. But why would they add the extra effort to this game?
Or, you know,
probably making it on a shoestring budget to just send it out to die.
Or, you know, at the very least, give us another Star Fox game where the main antagonist is no longer Andross.
That's not gonna happen.
Because it worked for Assault from what I saw.
I didn't actually know that Assault wasn't about Andross.
No, it was about some alien bugs this time.
Oh yeah. I did look up some gameplay footage of that, and they were talking about the alien bugs. I assumed it was still an Andross thing because, like, again, the number of fucking Bowser plots that have involved different weird things, you know. I wouldn't really put it past Andross to kidnap some bugs and be like, yes, giant monkey, I will take the bugs. Like, because that's what monkeys do. They take bugs off of each other and then they eat them.
They
right?
do that.
So, like,
yes.
Imagine if Andross was using his giant floating hands to take bugs off of another planet and then deposit them onto the Lilat star system's planets, and that's his plan. That would make too much sense, right? But you know, whatever. Bug boss, I guess. But anyway, what I spent most of today doing is something that I noticed after I started simulcasting on YouTube is that my VTuber model never looked very great. Especially in my live streams, but also when I would upload my VODs to YouTube, it never looked as crisp as it does in OBS. And I brought this up while I was streaming something the other day, and thought, you know what, give me a second here. And I opened up both of my streams, and I noticed, actually, my Twitch streams, which cap out at 6 megabits bitrate, look better than my YouTube VODs that I record and upload afterwards at 12 megabits per second. So my YouTube VODs had double the bitrate, but my VTuber model looked blurrier in. And I was like, okay, well, what's happening here? So I went down a rabbit hole, and I discovered that similar to Twitch, how they give encoding preference to partner streamers and whatnot, YouTube does something similar, where if you upload a video to YouTube that is 1080p or less, and you are not a popular content creator on YouTube, they will encode your videos with a shitty codec called AVC1. Or ACV1? No, AVC1, I think it is. But if you start broadcasting at 1440p, or if your channel gets popular enough, they will start encoding your video with a much better codec called VP9. And you can actually right-click on a video and view the stats for nerds, and it will tell you the codec that a particular video is using.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so I found a thread that mentioned a couple suggestions on how to basically trick YouTube into basically YouTube is asking you to broadcast in 2K resolution, or your stream's going to look like garbage.
Of course.
And even your VODs. And I'm like, well, I don't want to do that, especially considering that when I broadcast to Twitch, they're not going to do anything for me better than 1080p at 6 megabits per second. So why would I make this special exception for YouTube? So I followed some advice and I did some testing. And I found two methods to make this work. Method one. So when you go into your YouTube Live tab, there's that little window that shows you your preview of your stream. And that's where your stream key lives, right?
Yeah.
So by default, you are probably assigned a default stream key, and it's set up for automatic detection. It automatically detects your stream's resolution and frame rate. That's not good, because if you are streaming at 1080p, it's going to give you the shitty code. That's how it works. Of the options that they have, if you create a new stream key and decide to manually specify the resolution and frame rate, you can specify 60 frames per second and 1440p, and you can still broadcast 1080p footage to YouTube. I don't know if it upscales it or not, because when I was streaming, I noticed that even though I was sending data to YouTube at 1080p, there was still a quality setting for 1440p for my stream. So they might be doing their own upscaling. But because they're using the better codec, even the 1080p footage looks better, and even the 1440p upscaled footage, if that's what they're doing, looks way better than any of my previous footage on any live stream or any VOD that I've ever uploaded manually. So literally with no additional encoding overhead through OBS or anything, just by changing one setting on YouTube, they will upscale your shit for free and give you a better codec. Just by changing one manual option that you have no reason to change unless you're actually broadcasting at 2K, they will favor your video and give you the best. So do that. It's worth it. There's no downside. I took copious screenshots and I compared. Additionally, what you can do, if you're feeling fancy and want to do this within OBS and not mess with YouTube settings for whatever reason, again, I don't recommend this method because it gets basically the same results, but now you're adding extra OBS encoding overhead to your stream setup. You can just go into OBS and just go into the downscale settings, and now it'll only give you the maximum resolution as per your Windows settings. I operate at 1080p, but if you just erase that text, you can put in 1440p dimensions and it will upscale to that. and it'll do the same thing on YouTube, except you're the one that's doing the upscaling. So that processing load is then put onto your machine, and then it's going through your bandwidth when you upload to YouTube. So it's not as good unless you have the appropriate, pipeline, like internet service provider, data connection, and a powerful enough PC to upscale your shit. You could also just make your canvas size 1440p and then make sure that whatever stream is being output to Twitch is downscaled to 1080p. But again, then you're encoding the video at a high resolution, having to downscale it. And I don't know which way is better, one or the other, but both are going to add more overhead than just simply changing your stream key, because then YouTube is doing all the work for you.
Gotcha.
Like I said, there's if you want to check it out later, Blues, you can view some screenshots on my Discord server where I break down my entire quote-unquote scientific method. And it's like night and day. Like just comparing the screenshot of one of my old 1080p VODs. Not even a live stream, one of the VODs that should have looked better. Well, that did look better, but still not as good as Twitch.
Yeah.
Still looks worse than any of the tests that I did with the stream key method or the upscaling method. And it's just annoying that I have to make these concessions, because again, YouTube is not my primary streaming destination, but I do like to have my stuff archived in a decent quality. And now me realizing that basically everything that I've uploaded to YouTube for the past several years has actually looked worse than the original broadcasted Twitch stream because they gave me a shitty codec makes me mad. And I don't know if I want to, because I'm getting close to stopping recording my streams, because there's really no reason to, now that I can simulcast and archive my stuff on YouTube. And now that my YouTube streams actually have decent quality, I don't need to worry about losing quality. But it also turns out that uploading my old recordings to YouTube were resulting in inferior quality anyway. So what was the point of me having recordings the entire time? I just realized that I've wasted so much disk space. I've literally bought external hard drives to store my VODs. Now, granted, data loss could happen, and I could have to have backups, and it is important to have backups, and I don't think I want to have my backups recorded in 2K, because that will balloon the file size for no reason. I think that'll literally double the file size of every VOD that I record if I do that. Maybe not. I don't know what the... Actually, I think it's 33% more. So it would be 1.33 times the file size. Because 4K is double 1080p, if I'm not mistaken.
Aim for Sonic Chaos and find an education instead.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Pay attention,
Well,
it'll be on the test later.
I just feel like YouTube has rug pulled me for things that I should not have had to be aware of, and I should not have had to go and do backdoor dealings, reading through a thread on Reddit on how I can trick the system to give me the things that the money makers on YouTube are getting for free.
IT 101.
And again, for people that don't know what they're doing and are doing it in their encoder and OBS, they're taking on extra processing overload when they could literally just change the stream key and get it for free. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. It makes me upset. This is why I do what I do, and I always make sure to share my information. I'm an open book when it comes to this kind of stuff. Sometimes too open, because you didn't ask for this info dump, but hey, we're here. What else were we going to talk about? The fucking furries on display?
Lord knows the internet has had enough of that nowadays.
Yeah.
What if my streams are in 720p? Good question. I wish I had the answer for that.
Well, like I was saying before, anything in 1080p and less is going to be given the shittier codec.
Yeah.
So you can still do what I suggested. If you go with the stream key method, then what I assume will happen is YouTube will upscale your 720p footage to 1080p and then 1440p, and it will give those quality options to viewers. Those quality options probably just won't look very good. Again, in my experience, ironically, my 1080p footage being upscaled to 1440p because of the better codec actually looked better than my previous footage because the codec is so much better.
Right.
So, quite frankly, your footage upscaled to 1080p would probably still look okay. The thing is, though, jumping from 720 to 1440, that's where things might get a bit tough. And again, keep in mind that for your viewers, they either have manually specified what resolution they want their stuff to be at, or YouTube is going to assign them the best for their connection. So they might not necessarily be presented with a choice or be aware that you have different quality options that may in fact look better. So I encourage you to give the stream key method a try. Give it a try for a test stream. Review your VOD after the fact. See if the 1440p footage that YouTube has upscaled looks like garbage or not. And take some screenshots to compare. Compare against the like you could play the same game as you played previously. Take some screenshots of your 720p footage. Take some screenshots of the 1080p upscaled footage versus the 1440p upscaled footage. Lay those screenshots over each other. You know, Control Z, Control Y, or if you have Photoshop, you know, make the layer appear and disappear. Compare them side by side. Whatever works for you. See what works better for you. I personally have no reason to do a 720p test, so unfortunately for you, I'm not going to be testing that. But the testing method is real easy. I believe in you. And that's half the battle. I do not recommend. I'm assuming if you're streaming at 720p, you are doing so for a reason, probably performance or bandwidth related. So encoding, changing your OBS settings, I do not recommend. So just update your stream key. That is my answer. Update your stream key, give it a try. If it looks fine, if it looks better, hell yeah, brother. If it looks worse, just go back to your previous stream key. But yeah, it's like in practice, it's actually a real easy trick to pull off. But the logic behind it is absurd.
Want to hear some words as well from Sensei Digi? Unfortunately, I'm also the one taking notes. And also, when did I go from stupid person to Sensei all of a sudden? Excuse me?
There's always someone stupider in Blues. That's the important thing.
No, everyone has seen how I behave and like react to shit.
Listen, I'm just saying that Ark is volunteering to fulfill that role for you because they're the one calling you Sensei. They might not have signed up for this, but that is implied based on their labeling of you.
So that's how Adam Jensen felt. I never asked for this.
I never asked for this. I never asked for this top 10 list of most bangable Sonic characters.
But here Watch Mojo is anyway, telling me anyway.
But I do like Latinas. Weird.
Also, I dropped your DM, I message Spirit. I'll have a look at it later when I can, Psycho. I chat anytime they show up because of my antics. I didn't ask for this. Every single time y'all pelt me with shit that I didn't even ask to have shit thrown at me.
Well, you didn't ask, but you are their supplier.
I gotta stop giving in to the gremlin demand, I suppose.
You might not be Sensei, but you are Iron Man. that scene where he's hit by like one of his own missiles, and he's like, "Oh, shit, that's my fault."
Yeah, that sounds about right. Do they add some characters from Sonic Boom yet? I think that was from a previous season. I'm pretty sure.
What characters? The only character I think is Styx the Badger.
Did they introduce Styx the Badger in this game? Not yet, have they?
No.
I haven't remembered shit, so.
I don't think there's any Sonic Boom representation in this game.
which is kind of a shame, really. The show itself wasn't that bad.
It's weird though. I did like make a point of, after watching Sonic Prime, to download it. And I recently watched the first episode, and like, they're only like 10 minutes, which is weird. And they're also like a lot of non sequitur comedy, which, like, again, I've seen a lot of the comedic bits like removed from context. The truth is that apparently there was never much context.
That sounds about right.
Because, like, the first episode is like Sonic is looking for, like, Tails gets hurt, and he's like, oh, I need to find a new sidekick so that Tails doesn't get hurt anymore. And then, like, Amy comes up for the sidekick auditions, and then she's like, oh, I can do a performance. She starts juggling, and she starts singing like, and then the Saints go marching in that voice. And then she's like, okay, you didn't like that. I can do it. I can do accents. It's a pizza pasta. Hey, it's a pizza pasta. I'm juggling it. Hey.
There was
like, what are they doing with Amy?
To be honest,
this creature.
To be honest, the writing in that show was so unhinged. They literally made like a reference to like to Christian when like they flipped out over Sonic's arm being blue. They made the exact same joke with another character when and I think Sonic said something along the lines of, you know, they never really should have made that purple's legs they never really should have made that hippo's legs purple. I was like, they did not just do that. They did not just reference that particular meltdown. That was insane.
It's just such a weird show. It's like, it really feels like Sega just said, we're gonna give you, okay, come up with different variations of our characters' designs, and then just kind of do whatever the fuck you want with them. We're not gonna give you any oversight. and then a bunch of deranged people just rubbing their hands together and be like,
I'm surprised nobody on the writers team decided to release their inner Ken Penders.
Oh god, yeah.
The opportunity was there, but they never did.
Strangely, there's that one episode where Styx the Badger is having her foot tickled by Eggman.
Except for that one part.
Motherfucker. Get away from me. Ah. Well, that didn't work right.
Ow! Son of a bitch.
No. Of course the game targeted somebody with a shield.
Sonic Prime is like the version of mashed animation of Sonic. Honestly, Sonic Prime was amazing.
Yeah, no, Sonic Prime was just solid overall. I would say that they could maybe trim like one episode per season. Like, it was a little long in the tooth. Some of those action sequences went on a little too long. But it was also a cartoon with action sequences, which is something that you don't usually get. So, you know.
I mean, plus that's like something that the studio Man of Action was known for anyway. So I kind of just shrugged it off.
Oh, hold on! I just got a really cool trick animation that I want to equip on all my characters. Give me a sec. Because of course, there's no easy way to do this.
Season 1 and Season 2 is great. Season 3 is Doo Doo Dragon the Showdown. There were 3 seasons of... Wait, how many seasons of Sonic Prime were there?
There were 3.
Oh, there were?
The problem is that the entirety of Season 3 took place in the Shatter Space. And it was basically just a really long, drawn-out conflict. But I thought it was fine. I really like how Sonic and Shadow interact, and that was like a major part of that season. So I was fine with it. Sorry, I'm almost finished here.
No, you're good. I'm trying to also look if I can see through, or trying to see if I can also get any more cosmetics. 100 rings more and I would have gotten, Bluto. Considering Godzilla also crossed over with Sonic in the IDW comics, I wouldn't be surprised if Popeye was next on the chopping block. I kind of want to see it, not gonna lie. Frankly, I just want to see like Sonic get super frustrated at like Popeye or even Eggman being super frustrated at like surviving all of Eggman's like death traps and shit, and then Popeye just replies, shrugging it off, saying, "It's me spinach."
Yeah.
I want that so bad.
I'm also just imagining like the team up that would be like Popeye putting spinach on Sonic's chili dog, Sonic eating it and becoming faster than the speed of light.
Because when I thought about it, a lot of the like older Popeye comics were just kind of wild. Literally, their interpretation of God turned off reality, and then Popeye just kind of shrugged it off.
Oh.
Bro just turns off reality, gets really pissed off, and what was his response? It's me spinach. Just straight up bullshit, and it's hilarious to me. I can't sleep. Absolute mood. Popeye grabbing spinach and everyone just went off flying on the race. Yeah.
Need to test something real quick. Something that I just thought about in... Oh, I'm not allowed to use... Okay, never mind. That can wait for later.
What were you trying to do?
I wanted to test if the air dash... So, if you maxed out the air dash, if it would give you another jump. Because usually what I use air dash to do is if I get, like, hit in a survival match and I get flung, like, off the island, I'll use the air dash to try and get back to it. And I'll usually like throw in a double jump in there as well. But I was wondering if you would get like a second double jump potentially. And if you use that out of the air dash, if that would give you a lot of like momentum. And that might actually be a really good investment.
Popeye also has been atomized, and then his nothingness ate spinach and he came back from non-existence. Yeah, that sounds about right for Popeye.
Popeye is just the spinach symbiote.
Another lame fact about me though, chat, is actually Popeye was the one that actually made me really prefer spinach as a vegetable as a kid.
Huh.
In the same way that Mama Blues convinced me that if I wanted to grow taller, all I would have to do is just eat the mushrooms that she would cook alongside her meals, and I would grow 10 times my height, just like Mario would whenever he eats one of them. And that's how mushrooms.
Stupid kid, haha.
Yep, and I was a stupid dumb kid. Okay, not that it's any better as an adult, but like
literally, the fucking Mario scam worked on you as a child.
To be fair, my mom at the time was a little concerned that I would do nothing but like play on the Super Nintendo as a wee 2-year-old back then. So what she did was she convinced my late grandmother at the time to play a bunch of VHS tapes where she had already pre-recorded herself playing I think it was like Tetris and Dr. Mario, and she would just that is apparently what fooled me into like that is apparently what fooled me as a little kid. I didn't know what the concept of trolling was until I looked back at that specific moment in my life.
Sorry, what are you saying that they recorded gameplay footage of a game and then put that in the VCR and then told you were playing it?
Yeah, that is apparently what happened according to my mom.
So you didn't even need to have a sibling to get given the second controller and told that you were playing.
Yup. Because at the time I didn't know how to turn on the console. I was 2.
Oh, okay.
I just thought it was pretty funny to know that that's how she trolled me as a kid.
A very advanced strategy for a mom, quite frankly. It's resourceful, but it's like also quite surprising.
The fact that it worked, or the fact that she even came up with that idea?
The fact that she came up with the idea.
There's a lot of things that she does that just kind of baffles me to this day. I remember like when my niece had like a pretty bad like I'm getting wrecked by all these rhinos. She had like a very bad like she had a really bad hiccup problem at the time. And what did she do? She literally just tore off like a tiny little piece of paper, stuck it on her forehead, and all of a sudden, after like 20 seconds of hiccuping, she just stopped. Just like that. And I'm like, how the hell did you do that? Playing Sonic Rumble Party on an old TV. On a CRTV? Good luck with that.
And you could. The power of adapters.
That is true. I'm surprised this game isn't on the Switch or anything now.
It's because they've given up on making money, except for the whales that they already have.
Fair. This is just chaos for your brain. I can't tell if that's a good or a bad thing, but...
Like, it is quite frustrating, because I don't see any reason why this shouldn't be on, like, PS4 and Switch and Xbox. Like, that's just more people who could play your game. Like, it's a free-to-play game. Like, what is the deal here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like this game has had any major, like, bugs that have had to need to been fixed or anything like that. So...
Whoa, excuse me.
What they're struggling with is content more than anything else. And balancing. But, like, the more people that can play your game, the better. And for whatever reason, I guess Rovio just doesn't see consoles as, like, again, I think the Switch would, in fact, be a great way to give this game more attention. But if you're going to do that, you may as well put it on everything else, right?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
But, like, the problem is that, like, Sega's recent, like, earnings forecast, like, this game's failure caused them to cancel the live service game that they've been planning for a while.
They had another one?
Well, so that's the thing. So they announced that project where they're going to remaster a bunch of old titles that, like, the Shinobi, the new Shinobi game is a part of, the upcoming Jet Set Radio game is supposed to be a part of. And there was a bit of confusion because they said that there were live service plans, and so people took that to mean that like Jet Set Radio or something was going to be a live service game. But no, they were in fact working on quote unquote super game in the background, which is supposed to be their big moneymaker plan. But then they've been making these Sonic games with various third parties for a while now, but for some reason they thought, like, oh, if we clone Fall Guys and have one of the most infamous mobile game developers in the business, the Angry Birds people, make it, then it's got to print money, right? And I'm sure it's keeping the lights on, but evidently this game has not been good enough to justify making more like it, which is simultaneously reassuring, but also kind of a bummer for this game. And it's weird to me because of how many whales there clearly are when you look at the leaderboard. Anyone in fucking Master Emerald rank, that anyone who has a star for Master Emerald rank, well, I've seen some people get like 1 star legit early in the game's lifespan, but like they would have had to like no life the game like right at launch, get there, and then like a couple weeks later they would have been pay to win out of the rankings, more or less. So the lifespan for Master Emerald was very short. But I suppose there's only so much money that those people are willing to give, right? They're not going to buy every skin. They don't like every character. So, yeah, it's just a strange state of affairs.
Hi, Burb. How you doing? I can't figure out how to get rid of the no watching symbol. I'm so sorry. I wish I knew how. Oh shit.
Oh, click on your badge icon in the text box. So right next to where it says send a message, click on whatever icon is to the left there, and you can customize your badges that are on display.
Yeah, because I honestly didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. You can indicate when you are simply listening to a stream or when you are...
like lurking without watching it like completely.
Or when you can't hear a stream but you can only watch, or vice versa.
Right.
Because some people will just listen to a stream in the background without watching it. Some people will watch a stream with no audio and rely on closed captioning.
I gotta go. It's late here, and I have stuff to do. See everyone. It was fun. All right, Doc. Take care, buddy. I hope things work out with your legal status soon. I've seen people with 16k bonus like Amy Goddess. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, there should be a third icon, Adarin, that's like a nun symbol. That is a white circle with a slash through it.
They're on mobile but not PC. What?
The mobile settings might be different.
Yeah.
I can grab my phone in a moment.
Twitch on mobile, though, not exactly optimal.
Nothing on mobile is. I don't understand if people can live on their phones. It's so annoying.
The fact that they push for it often, too.
I think the problem is that people were just raised on it, and that's what they're comfortable with. If you ever met someone who is used to a certain like workflow, even though it takes a lot of extra effort, but it's their process, you know, that's kind of what it feels like.
Me, when I do digital art. Draw the thing on paper first, then scan it to, or like, scan it into my machine with like a scanner or something.
Well, then do that. I don't know what you mean by first or second layer. Oh, I think they might be talking about the channel badge versus the subscriber badge.
I think that's what they meant, yeah. It's too hot here, we have a heat wave.
Yeah, so the custom badge for the channel, you have to specify something. There is a toggle switch for whether you have a custom badge or not. So the first badge will always be so there's a global badge, and then there's a per channel badge. And so the global badge you can always turn off. But if you choose a custom badge for a particular channel, you always have to choose something. So if you scroll up above that list of badges, there will be a toggle switch that is probably colored purple right now. And if you tap that to the off position, then you will no longer have a badge beside your name.
I'm glad it works for you now, Burb.
Someone threatened me with a needle beating. All I told that person was you don't even know me.
How do you have so many rings?
Hi, Breeze. Who, me? I have no idea. Well, I used to have so many rings.
Over here. Still have more than me. No. Motherfucker, people keep attacking me and not you. You're the one with the fucking crown.
I will say the targeting system for this game is a little whack.
It's terrible.
Yippee!
I got attacked like 3 times more than you did at that finale section. For no reason. I feel so rough.
I hate how my name is always gray on mobile.
Fuck you!
I mean, that's also probably something else that you can change, but I no longer care.
Chat, first you fireball us and then use bad language in front of me? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? That is so rude. Unbelievable, chat.
Fingers!
The hitbox of this game is off 50% off. Sounds about right. I just wish that it was more consistent, in my opinion, but that's a me issue half the time.
You know, the game just likes to. You would hope that for a game that's also on mobile, that the game would do some things automatically, like, oh hey, if you're gonna use a homing attack, maybe target somebody that doesn't have a fucking bubble shield.
I can't even imagine how much of a nightmare this game must be on mobile. To like control anyway.
Yeah. But I bet you, like, someone would tell you, it's like, oh, I'm one of the top performing players on mobile. By top performing, it probably means that they spent money. But, you know.
Yeah. You bought that Master Emerald rank. Don't try to fool anybody else with your bullshit.
Oh yeah, by the way, Blues, welcome back to the grind, buddy.
I'm pretty sure I lost my diamond rank, to be honest, because I haven't played this game in like 2 weeks.
It would not surprise me. For anyone who doesn't get what I am teasing Blues about, he specifically tried to grind his way to Chaos Emerald, and then he was like, finally, after 10,000 years, I'm free! And then they added a new achievement in the most recent update so that you have to get to Master Emerald rank now, and that was a struggle even for me. And I no life this game for a while, so yeah, it's not worth it. Like, I was even telling people, like, it is not worth the grind. Because it takes literal weeks of earning 2 stars at a time. It is rough.
It's not that bad on mobile, it's better if you have a phone controller.
Well, no shit. No offense, but no shit. That's what do you think we're playing with?
You'll need a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse or Bluetooth controllers to play well in this game mobile.
Yeah. That doesn't. I'll take statements that don't surprise me for 1,000.
Christ.
So that Techno Tales, is that one of the skins that's in the store right now?
Yeah. Along with
weird, like,
Space
Mech
Ranger Sonic.
thing?
Or
Yeah.
sorry, as a lot of the people in the Discord like to say, Gundam Sonic.
Yeah.
Imagine someone playing this with an arcade control, like a fight stick. That'd be hilarious.
You're not Sonic Rumbling if you're not using the Guitar Hero. Whatever. I was trying to think of what instrument would be the funniest, but I was just like, eh.
Imagine using the drum set controller with this game.
Yeah, although the drums also just straight up have a fucking D-pad on the middle of them, so you can also just cheat.
That is true.
Oh god.
I gotta stop hitting the bombs.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take second, it's whatever. Thumb Gamer, rise up. Oh, for God's sake, Xena.
Yeah, that's my take on the thing, Burp. If you're using a controller, you're not playing mobile. If you're using a controller, you're playing with a controller.
Here goes. Part of me coming through.
God damn it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Also-
I didn't get quite satisfy my revenge from the previous match, so
That was like 2 games ago!
yeah, it's more than that, which makes it even funnier.
Also, Breeze, I'm sorry I did not shout you out earlier, but how are you doing today? I saw the pun that you made. There's just a lot going on at the moment.
Too many hedgehogs, so little time. Uh-oh.
Oh, hello. What's this?
Motherfucker.
Ow.
These people
Rude.
are like crossing so much of the goddamn map to hit me.
Okay, whatever. I'll take third.
I got really lucky at the end there, and my homing attack went through 3 separate people.
I mean, I can set off the top 3. It's whatever. I was going to use my 1,000 points on marketable mode, but I'm not going to take Vico away. Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why y'all like this model so much. Y'all won't tell me. You guys will not tell me why you guys like this model so much.
I personally don't see the appeal. I mean, you know, as an upstanding gentleman, I would never stoop to such obvious low standards.
Xena spent 5,000. I am not invalidating that. I mean, you could. She's got like at least more than that in terms of points. So. Ty's got your favorite position on your partner. What the fuck?
Listen, pillows are important.
I was gonna say someone looked hella comfortable for at least a minute or two. Oh, God. Makes you sleep good with free. That is a wild statement, Ark. Jesus Christ. And yet I'm freaking out that it's under 100k. I mean, if you didn't spend all your points so much on just like inconveniencing myself and the rest of my guests, then you probably would have more than 77. But that's your prerogative.
I feel like there's a joke about Ark being able to like fall asleep next to a soda fountain if that's all they need.
Ow! The fuck, Ark?
Oh, pillow
Unbelievable.
and refreshments.
Unbelievable, Ark. Alright, I'll take it. Oh, there's an ad break starting in a minute, chat. I apologize on the Twitch side of things. You were unable to, like, subscribe to the channel to avoid the ad break, but do stick around after the ad break, because I would love to speak to you guys a little bit more, if at all possible. While you guys aren't busy pelting me with objects unknown.
Also, stick around during the ad break so you can give Blues pennies! Woo!
What am I gonna do without all those pennies?
Gonna round them down to 0!
I just realized we're playing with another content creator for this game. That's cool.
I was not paying attention.
Mayu Yumi, I think that's what their name was.
Ah, right. Yes.
Am I gonna have a peek at their channel later? I feel like I'm gonna have to.
Destroy them.
That's your goal, not mine.
Exactly. Oh yes, there's the microphone. The yellow kick me sign.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why I don't want that attached to my name.
There's also another person with TTV in their screen name. The Zavok player.
Oh, I see him. Did you destroy the other content creator accidentally? You'd be surprised how often that happens.
No, that's my job. No, Blues only destroys me in the finales.
It's not my fault that targeting is crap for this game. I aim for one guy like right beside you and then decides, nope.
Hi, one guy here. It's me. For some reason, it's usually me. I'm just everywhere at once. People are actually surviving this stage for a while.
People actually trying their best.
Yeah, it's not often you get to play this one for this long.
It usually ends in like a minute or two. Oh, spoke too soon.
Oh,
Spoke too soon. No.
who the fuck is getting attacks?
How's my dive kick? Oh, why? That's my dive kick. Oh shit. Hyper mode is back on. Is it really? There's another VTuber, I think. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier, Xena.
I think they dropped out.
Oh no, they're still in.
Oh no, Mayu dropped out, I think.
Oh. Why yes, chat, I am gonna check out their channel later on. What makes you say that?
You should check out that guy who's in first. He's pretty cool, I think.
He's not wrong. You destroyed another creator? I mean, I probably didn't do the destroying. Probably somebody else was targeting them specifically.
Or they just failed themselves, because that's one of those ones that, again, people for some reason seem to struggle on it. It is one of the survival challenges that people tend to fail early in.
Wow, I never get that right the first time.
Yeah. And now we both get a huge lead as a result of your hard work. Thank you.
You're welcome. Accidental teamwork, baby. Oh, yeah, break should be over. Welcome back, chat.
Luz, thanks to you for your pennies of support. Which will absolutely give them to him and not pocket them.
Hopefully. Oh, jeez. I was doing so well for like a brief few minutes.
Uh-oh. Oh, this sucks. This sucks. There we go. Oh, my fucking Cyclone Dash got eaten up for no reason.
Okay, I'll take second. I can live with that. Well, the good news is all
streamers are in the top 3.
Yeah, I was going to say the good news is the streamers are top 3. Pennies are getting showered to the winner alone? That sounds painful. I can't recall a single person who's actually still holding on to, like, a penny. Or, like, pennies of any sort.
Yeah, there isn't really a reason for it.
I'm indeed gonna have to look see at their channel. Hold on a minute. Oh, they're using the customizable Sonic character models. That's cool. That's cute. I'm gonna lurk in their channel. Just so I can, like, say hi. Should they consider continue to keep going? Actually, I'm gonna do something even worse than that. There we go. Would you rather take a shower at Pennies for Winning or eat Hot Pockets straight from the microwave? The latter, if only because, you know, it's food. Food that I actually can use to, like, sustain myself. Look, just because Scrooge McDuck makes, like, swimming in a vault of gold look appealing does not mean it would look very painful either. Just saying.
Enjoy being crushed under the weight of so much lucre.
Getting crushed by the gold will be like the equivalent of getting crushed by the weight of your sins.
Yes.
Which is what every self-proclaimed self-made billionaire would say.
Crush the 1%. Yes.
Nor is it physically possible. Yeah, they lied. They just straight up lied to our faces as kids.
Is the only thing trickling down in this economy is their urine.
I was about to say, the only thing I know reliably trickles down is the piss that I take at urinals. That Chaos player's name is literally called Pingus Man, and I don't know how I feel about that. You saw that, right?
I mean, I was looking at something else, but, like, I mean, I believe you. It's not too unbelievable.
And he's and they're Master Emerald rank too, which is even crazier to think.
Ah, the man with the $1 billion Pingus.
That's one expensive Pingus. What's that problem like?
Spent it all on Sonic Rumble.
What's that problem like?
Oh my god, get out of my fucking way. Everyone, Jesus Christ. Getting stuck on the pack on this stage sucks.
In honor of Pingus Man is a wild statement, Xena.
Pingus man, ping, ping, Pingus man.
It's like the adult version of Pepsi Man. What the hell were they thinking with Pepsi Man, by the way?
Some things.
Were they on something, or like, what's the deal here?
Pepsi. They were on Pepsi.
I will say nothing.
Pepsi's got a lot of sugar in it if it's not diet, so.
I mean, I can't comment on that. I did unironically wanted to cosplay Pepsi Man.
I mean, it's not a super difficult cosplay to pull off.
If only because I wanted to record video footage of myself rolling down like a hill with like a trash can on. Because I know that you can trap yourself in a trash can in the video games.
Only the one game. Oh, this is really unwieldy to control.
I know I'm like unnecessarily zooming all over the place.
The acceleration is like way too much. It's like I hold the stick for a second and then you're at like top speed. Oh my god. I got attacked by somebody and that just completely fucked up my game plan.
This was
What a terrible person.
hyper mode was kind of a mistake.
It's fine. What's nice is you can do some real cheeky strats where you save yourself after just jumping into the ocean. Oh, or not.
Pepsi Man looks like a running condom. That is wild, psycho.
I mean, that's just how bodysuits work.
I don't really need the mental image of a man trying to use a bodysuit as a makeshift as makeshift protection. That's gonna be painful, though. I mean, you're not wrong, but at the same time, that sounds painful.
This stage is gonna suck to do.
Yeah, because the controls are something else entirely. With hyper mode at the very least.
It's more so just that a lot of the stage comes down to like getting body blocked by people in front of you.
All the time.
And I don't know if using skills is gonna slow me down or not. Go we gamble. Oh my god, this guy keeps getting everything handed to him. I'm gonna be able to catch up. Yeah, I'm officially behind by like almost 1,000 points. It's not happening. Ugh.
Pingus Man will slow you down. I think if you last for more than an hour, you should probably see a doctor. What the fuck?
Oh, that's sick.
I didn't know the platforms could reset. Excuse me.
They don't reset if you're fast enough.
That's insane.
I
didn't know you could do that.
As a result of that. Oh no, he got back in first, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm back. Oh no. Give me yes. Okay, I hope everyone else was really slow solving this. Yes, they were.
Okay, I'll take third. It's whatever.
Wait, no, I'm in second again. Fuck.
Wait, what then? Who's in first? Good versus evil. Wow, what a very
They probably just camped power-ups and attacked someone.
What a very plain sounding name. We lost to a Charmy.
Yeah. I was almost about to take the lead again.
You were very close, I saw.
Yeah. They probably just scummed it out and got lucky with an attack or something.
I guess. I still wanted to say something that didn't last more than an hour.
Like I got to the end of the pick a path section a second time before it reset. I was set.
I found the Viagra. Oh, wow.
Pingas!
Everybody be obsessed with the Pingus nowadays, Jesus. Hi DZ, how you doing, buddy?
Just nowadays, I don't know if that's true or not.
I mean, I've been living under a rock for like the entire week, so I couldn't really tell you what people are going crazy for nowadays.
I think the world has changed much in a week. No,
It's
don't hit
Pingus.
that,
Look,
DZ.
DZ, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, buddy.
Colonel's Secret 11 Urban Spices. Kentucky Fried Pingus.
Why does that make me? That just. Ugh. That just brought up. That just made my heartburn worse for whatever reason.
Just reminds me, there's a 2-video series by a YouTube creator named Daniel Thrasher, and he has the 2 videos are called. I'm pretty sure it's just like that's not how you pronounce that, and it's just like a bunch of intentional mispronunciations of words that just chain together into just nonsense.
Burb apparently is a big fan of Thrasher.
He also does a bunch of music-related content that you would probably enjoy, Blues.
Speaking of which, I need to do more music-based content. I have so much like works in progress. I might as well just turn them into like short previews for YouTube Shorts and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm just so confused as to why like it won't let me. YouTube is not letting me like schedule more streams for whatever reason.
You might not have the. You might not have given them your ID and all your personal information and blah 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 blah. After we finish this lobby, I'll point you in the direction of something you can take a look at.
That would be useful.
Because there is a section of YouTube that I am still not approved for, which like allows you to put links in your video descriptions and have them actually link to other sites, and there are limits placed on how many videos and live streams you can post in a day and a whole bunch of stuff like that. And you can either like do some ID verification shit or have enough channel history. But like they say, oh, typically you need to have channel history for a couple months. I've been doing a whole bunch of live streams on YouTube for a couple months, and that has not changed. So I don't think live streams count. And at the same time, you also post a bunch of shorts. So, and you do have video history. So I would assume that you would have full access to this, but it's entirely possible that they are just lying and that they have that there. Again, it could be just like the Coda conversation we were having earlier, and it could just be that only popular YouTube channels get that special treatment, and everyone else has to send an ID. I mean, I certainly would not put it past them, quite frankly.
Yeah, YouTube is just a pain in the ass to communicate with as like a company in general now. Why is the first message we read when you click back in is I read round over as bent over? Because Xena is a freak like that. You'll be here trying to do a Blue Chew drink prank on unsuspecting guys. I'm pretty sure you can get arrested for that.
What is that?
Blue Chew?
That's a bit too much Gen Alpha for me.
Nah, Blue Chew is supposed to be like a performance enhancer for like
Oh.
Yeah, that
like gas station pills?
Yeah, that.
Okay. Yeah, you would probably get arrested for that. You should, at least. It's so weird how they made this mode where it's like the first, like when you start moving, you barely move at all, but then the acceleration just really kicks in and sends you fucking flying. It's really unwieldy to control.
Tell me about it. What the fuck? I was in 5th, bro.
Some motherfucker attacked me in the secret area. God damn it. Well, somebody just basically secured a win for good versus evil again. Well, maybe Neon Sungazer might get it.
Maybe.
They're probably a Trip fan, so you know. I would approve of that. Still waiting for her to get added to this. I mean, they just went out of their way to lower the price for that game, so you know, you hope that some cross promotion would happen.
One can only hope.
All right, so Blues, I want you to go and open up a new tab for your YouTube studio.
Okay.
And you're going to go to Settings at the bottom left. Waiting for you to tell me when you're there.
Almost there. You said settings in the bottom left, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then click on Channel.
Give me a sec. Channel, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay, there I am.
And then Feature Eligibility.
Alright, what am I looking for?
The third option here, Advanced Features, are they enabled?
They are indeed enabled, yes.
Okay, then get fucked.
Give me the milk! Caliente!
Sounds about right for me specifically.
Because that's the only limitation you should have. How many streams are you trying to schedule, buddy?
I only scheduled like 2. Well, one for today and one for Wednesday, but for some reason it just won't let me do it. It just keeps on going to it keeps just giving me an error of some sort. I forgot what the error is called. It might just be on YouTube's end, because, like...
Maybe.
I don't know.
Not seeing anything about a schedule limit.
So my only assumption is that it's gotta be on YouTube's end, because there's no way. There's absolutely no way. I'm curious though, I've never seen Sonic fans that Tails and Cream are getting shipped together. Wait, what? What did I miss in chat while I was checking out my YouTube settings?
What led into that? Because like it makes sense because they're both the youngest characters.
For some reason, that whole conversation just reminded me of Cosmo. With a K, not a C. Because why the fuck not?
That still doesn't clarify what you mean by that.
Am I the only one who kind of vaguely remembers like a lot of the later seasons of Sonic X?
I like only watched it in like the very, very beginning.
That's fair. No, Burb, different franchise altogether.
Because you say Cosmo, and my brain immediately goes to Fairly Odd Parents. So
That's what they were making reference of.
yeah.
For some reason, they decided to bring in a baby character, and then instead of Wanda being the one being pregnant, it was Cosmo.
I mean,
One of the writers
seems
was
like a
into
cartoon. Oh yeah. I mean, isn't that a Gendy show?
that. Fairly Odd Parents? No, it was by Butch Hartman, I think. Butch pray the gay away Shartman.
Well, if he's praying the gay away, then he's clearly into impreg.
I wouldn't doubt that. I would never doubt that. Considering one of the more higher-ups in Nickelodeon was in defeat, yeah, that probably passes. Or that probably makes sense.
More like Nickelodeon, am I right?
And if the anti-fairies are the opposites, then dumb anti-Wanda would get prey. I don't know about that one, Chief. Pray the gay away is wild to me. I'm sure he tweeted something along the lines of that, like in the late 2010s. Don't ask me how I still remember that. There are a lot of things that I end up choosing to remember.
There are a lot of things that people shouldn't remember about celebrity figures.
Which wouldn't be so bad if they actually apologize for the dumb shit they've done in the past, but
Why would they? They're rich.
exactly.
Like I keep saying, if we don't bring out the guillotines, they're never gonna learn.
That would imply that they have the capability to learn.
I mean, I suppose if you lose your head, then you can't learn. Just saying, it's kind of important to the process. Yeah, I think they can at least appreciate that, if nothing else.
I was.
Jesus Christ, that
shit.
level sucked.
I know.
I got caught behind so many people and I got eliminated. I was so far behind.
Probably didn't help that we went a bit too fast because of hyper mode, but that's whatever.
Yeah.
I was weirded out, admittedly, that they put pregnancy scenes in cartoons, like not just Fairly Odd Parents. They had a character in Good Luck Charlie get pregnant. I'm sorry, what? Is it weird if there's a version of Sonic as female? No.
Not really.
When my uncle told me he was gay, he pulled out a whole ass flowchart trying to explain it. Hey, you gotta give the man credit, at least he was prepared.
I mean, if you're bringing a flowchart for that, why am I imagining that the flowchart is just a picture of a penis in flowchart form? Here's the gay flowchart. First, you start with two things at the top; those are the balls, and then there's this long connecting thing, and that's the shot. That's all you need. You're done.
Oh, this is so weird in hyper mode.
Yeah.
Everyone's just so twitchy. They keep falling into the goddamn water. I mean, I'll take third, whatever. He just wanted to make sure I knew he liked guys. I mean, why else would he put up the chart? But, like, again, give him credit. At least he came prepared for that shit.
I'm not sure why you need additional ammunition to convince someone of that.
I mean, it's not necessary, but it's kind of funny to picture, though.
Here's a live example from my OnlyFans account.
He was also terrified that I would hate him. I mean, I wouldn't hate anybody for coming out to me like that.
I suppose this begs to the question of, like, when was this? Because time has certainly affected the way that the LGBT community has had concerns over acceptance in general.
That is true. Chad is probably hearing me mash the B button like crazy. My mic is apparently that sensitive, and I didn't know that until, like, I had to look at my own settings.
Yeah, that or you're just slapping the button real hard.
How the hell did I miss? Excuse me?
Very skillfully.
Damn it. Aw, man.
That was a rough one.
That really was.
I would have preferred if they brought back the low gravity mode instead. That was a lot more fun than whatever the fuck this is.
Hyper mode might as well just be crack mode. Jesus. It was hard to control for, like, the past few minutes. I don't hate someone if they are gay. I hate people if they are assholes among other reasons. Wait, I'm an asshole. Do I hate myself? I mean, that depends. If you were to self-reflect now, how badly would you hate yourself for it? Hi, Sylvia. How are you? Wait a minute, Sylvia. Ain't it like really like late for you right now? Like, I don't know. Are you gonna be okay? You've been.
Nobody goes to sleep in the VTuber community. You should know this by now.
Am I the only one who cares about my own sleep?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right, maybe. Yeah, piss Blues off and he will draw you pregnant. I mean, I could do much worse than that. As an artist, I can even decide who the father is gonna be.
Yeah.
Blues turning to dad mode. I don't know why y'all keep saying this. I'd make a terrible dad. I forgot it's 4 a.m. Sylvia! For the love of God, girlie, please get some sleep.
Sometimes you just forget. Oopsie doopsie 4 a.m.
Yeah, but I brought this up the last time she was here. Are you sure you're fine? Because I'm pretty sure you're gonna hate yourself like in the long term.
Why hate yourself in the long term when you can hate yourself now?
What are you, my depression?
Yes. Yes, you shall eat an entire liter of ice cream. Hmm? Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit, oh shit.
Why am I getting, like, no fucking speed?
Oh, because I went back to, like, the normal rumble.
Oh.
Did you want it to keep on doing hyper mode? I mean...
Not really.
Okay, I was about to say, that was terrible.
There was some guy who was like really far ahead, and I'm like, I need to be moving faster than this. Because like I wasn't doing anything like particularly skillful.
Oh shit.
Because anytime I tried to do that in the previous mode, it just ended up being a fucking disaster. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna take things nice and easy. Oh wait, I can't anymore. I have to go back to playing normal.
Talking to your conscience and the depression suddenly takes over. Games are always open if it'll help. I'm fine, chat, really. Luckily, I am not that sleepy right now. The daytime nap gives me strength for a night. Still, that's not a very good sleep schedule to be having for yourself. Chat, your body needs that sleep to repair like all the physical from all the like shit that you do today, you know?
I'm nocturnal, it'll figure itself out. Just turn into a vampire.
Let's be honest, anybody who's worked a night shift in any job probably feels that way. Or like the graveyard shift.
Yeah. That's what I do voluntarily, because it's less busy.
With July coming up, everything with me is thrown out of whack.
It's like a month away. You mean June? A lot of whack to be out of, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Pride Month is next week. I keep forgetting about that shit. I gotta prepare some stuff then for next week.
I'm just imagining like a fucking Resident Evil contraption with a crank, and just like grabbing this huge machine to lower this ancient gate. Release the gays! It's Pride Month!
I would do good at a night shift. I don't sleep till sometimes 3 a.m. See, no, I don't think that's anything to be proud of. And this is coming from someone who stood up like... And this is coming from someone who stayed up for like...
amount of sleep.
Yeah. I was gonna say, this is coming from someone who like stayed up like 2 days in a row.
I think it's fine as long as you're getting enough sleep, regardless of the time. But we also don't trust that you're doing that. That's the real problem here.
I would call up a few buddies from college to verify that statement for me, but a lot of them turned out to be the worst kind of people after graduation, and I ain't about reaching out to those kind of people anymore.
That's how college works. It's like the primordial soup of terrible people. No. Beatrice! Get away from me!
I saw that. You're just like gatekeeping that one particular power up.
And
that was
of course,
funny.
because of lag, Beatrice was still able to fucking get it. Because they're a bot, so they don't have to worry about server connection.
That was pretty funny.
You don't want to mess with this.
We're literally just gatekeeping a power up from somebody else. That is hilarious.
This hedgehog is armed and loaded.
This...
Lock, stock, and 2 smoking sneakers. Fastest feet in the West. Should absolutely make a Western Sonic game.
They should.
What they could do like a Sonic Frontiers sequel where like each island has a different theme, and like one of them could be Western theme, and like they could do like a Mario Party 2 thing where you get like a different costume.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun.
I may end up staying up to 3 a.m. just to get some stuff done, but sleep is more enticing. Please worry about your sleep, chat. If not for me, then for yourselves. Graveyard shift on fast food restaurant, then an asshole ordered a huge amount last minute before closing. Oh, I hate when they do that. I'm so trustworthy, Tyler. I didn't get the money in your wallet. Xena, don't be coy. It's you we're talking here.
The flying spinach, buddy.
Am I actually gonna have to put in money towards this game just to get my hands on Popeye? I just might.
I mean, you are the one who is partnered.
Gonna go out for the festivities today. Have fun, everyone. Alright, DZ, take care, buddy. Ooh, excuse me. Xena, I swear to fuck.
Fuck
I'm
you!
too tired. I wanted to craft like a Dr. Zeus rhyme. Like, but like one fish, two fish, blue fish, whatever. Go with fuck. Because he said sort of fuck, and I was just like, yeah, I'm too tired for that. So I'm just gonna explain the joke because that makes it so funny, right? Right? No.
Gotta stop doing finders keepers up this fucking rail. Yes, Psycho Samurai, Psycho, I'm actually really glad that you liked the emotes that I did for you, buddy.
Uh-oh. Whew. That was close.
Oh, that didn't help me. That did not help me. Alright, I'll take 5th. It's whatever.
Okay.
Someone is also very tired, I see.
Yes. I mean, sure, I wasn't doing real work earlier, but I was working.
Well,
I was doing a bunch of unnecessary bullshit because of YouTube. But at least it was productive. I made some discoveries. It's better than putting in all that effort and coming away with no new knowledge.
you're gonna become an encyclopedia for this shit in like another week or two.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing that I always like strive to do, for better or for worse. I don't like how obtuse getting into streaming can be, and just the little things that people don't realize when they're like accidentally shooting themselves in the foot. And like, for everything that I know, and I was looking at that, I'm like, why is my recording that's literally twice the bitrate looking worse than my Twitch stream? Like, what is the logic there? And it's like, oh, it turns out that you need to use a fucking Konami code if you want your shit to look good on fucking YouTube. Or be successful. And well, one of those is actionable.
Is it the former or the latter? That's up to you to decide.
It's the former. It's it's cheat and trick YouTube in that you are streaming at a much higher resolution than you actually are. And they'll just be like, sure, bro. We'll give you the good shit.
Alright, I'll take seconds, whatever. It's not just me, I showed a few friends before I added them and they loved it too when they said, oh my fucking god, they are adorable. Well, I'm glad that that's the case. When I finally upgrade my version of Clip Studio Paint to version 2, I might also consider doing like animated emote commissions as well. Cause like yeah, I can do animated emotes with the version of Clip Studio Paint that I have now. Only problem is it won't let me render it out with like a transparent background for whatever reason. So for like a lot of the animated emotes in my channel, for example, I had to render it with like a green screen in the background of it, and then like gotta do a whole bunch of other bullshit just to like make it transparent and usable for Twitch. Although I do like that they offer discounts for like Clip Studio Paint every so often, especially if you're just like upgrading your version of Clip. I'm also gonna show my age when I say that Clip Studio Paint used to be known as Anime Studio back like in early 2000s.
Right. Yeah.
And a lot of my artwork, even before I switched to like Clip Studio Paint, was done in Photoshop. Before Adobe decided to pull like
subscription.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't get shit out of that bonus. Let's try again.
Oh my god, I cannot get near any of these okay. I guess I'll just have to bully the person in first place.
Hopefully not me. Wait, you're in first place, so that means you to bully yourself.
Well, I just got into first place because I bullied the person that was in first place.
Alright, I can settle for third. It's whatever. Yippee!
There we go.
The new ones I commissioned you for are the follower ones, just because people love the ones you did. Oh, okay. Some artists on Instagram are getting blamed on using AI art on commissions.
I mean, they could very well be doing so. I need to use the washroom. I will be right back.
No worries.
You can probably get a whole game done while I'm AFK. So you just do that, and I'll just mute myself.
No worries. Some artists on Instagram are getting blamed on you for using AI art on commissions. Well, I mean, the usage of AI is just a shitty thing to do for like art, like the arts in general. So to profit off of that just seems kind of like fucked up. I also apparently missed a lot in chat, so I refuse to commission AI artists, as you should. If I can't see an artist's work, I will never commission them. Yeah, that's usually the sketchy thing to worry about first and foremost. Even though those artists posted a time lapse of them drawing an art commission, they still have haters. Well, that's because people. Well, I mean, because it's Instagram. People are generally more stupid on social media anyway. I should know. I used to be like that in like the earlier years of Twitter. Not that I'm saying I got any better because I haven't, but when your blanket gets stuck in your recliner and you've got it as a recliner, so you pull it out and stab yourself with your own nail. Xena, sus Mariosep, stop hurting yourself. Please. Genuinely, please. Stop hurting yourself. I also missed a lot in chat. Oh, wait, hold on a minute. I just remembered. I forgot to shout out the Breeze. There we go. The only AI I kind of want to be okay is AI animation if the assets are already there. I don't think AI should be used in the arts in general, given how it is severely impacting the quality of water for like a lot of a lot of communities in different states. And that's primarily also one of the reasons why I don't believe it should belong in any capacity in the arts, especially since it's being misused by the worst kind of people. Just think back when people were using Grok to make like no images of children. Fucking children. Minors even. You cannot convince me that there is an ethically correct use of generative AI in general. It runs in the family. Mom once leaned up and had a rusted nail go through her skull until... Christ on a bike! Can you at least tell me she had like a tetanus shot? The Korean artists I follow do a fun animation of fighting against AI artists. You're gonna have to link that to me later. I want to see. 'Cause I am not above putting those type of people in their place. I am not above all that. I am not above those type of people being put in their place like that. We forced her, even though at one time we barely had any money and I was 11 at that time. Well, yeah, it's a rusty nail. There's potential good like finding tumors for AI in general, but that sure ain't the generative kind. Yeah, I'm for AI in a sense that it makes people's lives a little bit easier, like when it comes to like doing like more like noteworthy causes, like in the case of like in the medical field, stuff like that. But when it comes to like reading, writing, the arts, music, even, it has no place in there. No, that is a no. I mean, if I say a game is trying to do sync with words versus animation from multiple languages at once, not Gen I. Okay. I was so confused for a minute. Oh, I should read. Welcome back.
Let me just get my game reopened here. All right, so who are we killing? Somebody said AI artists are on the rise. I'm gonna catch up with chat here.
I think I got like time for at least one more at the very least. Do we want to end things off with Hyper Boost or Ring Survival?
We could. I will need an invite though.
Oh yeah. Give me a sec. There we go.
Go. Yeah, I'm down for another Hyper Boost. Actually, I'm like one round away from getting a thing.
Yeah, I forgot about the daily quests and all that stuff.
All right, let me see here.
Kate, I'm gonna be very Kate, I'm gonna be very honest with you right now. That is a smack to my face when people tell me that. Because trying to match mouth animation for multiple languages when you need to translate is a nightmare. I forgot what there used to be a mouth syncing animation, or there used to be like a mouth syncing software for animators. It was called like Papagayo or something like that. That would do the exact same thing. I don't know if anybody uses it anymore, but
I can't find the original comment that was talking about Instagram and AI stuff.
Ark was saying that a lot of artists were getting crap by people accusing like artists who actually show like a time lapse of their work. Like they're being accused of using Gen AI and shit.
Also, part of the problem is that like Gen AI stuff can also fake time lapses as well. Not very well, but depends on what you're doing. So it's just a whole pile of shit for everyone involved. That's not fair for anybody, and only the AI bros get any real benefit because they put no effort toward anything. So what's it matter if their stuff gets shit on? They can just shit out some more. Is this?
I'm sorry, man, but I'm too broke right now because I'm already paying $5K US on my new PC. Still, that's not really much of an excuse.
Well, that's a fucking privilege, dude. You don't need to spend $5,000 on a fucking PC. You can go to that art. You could starve. Okay, so his arc. There we go. Yeah, time lapse. I mean, ultimately, I think it's fine for personal use, but as soon as you publish your shit elsewhere, then you are kind of...
She got accused in her own stream last year. The person was making fun of her and said she used AI for her model. On a stream, saying something stupid like that obviously is just for like low-quality rage bait, but like even then, that's still fucking stupid.
But yeah, like, as far as I'm concerned, AI should only be used for personal use. As soon as you make something public, that is no longer personal use. So like, make your AI fuck buddies as much as you want. AI generate your own animations based off of existing artwork, but if you want to actually get something done properly, you can pay actual artists to do a much better job.
Yeah, because these artists are trained to like. Yeah, I was about to say, artists are literally trained to like capture or like redraw like several like different parts of anatomy to a much better like degree compared to like generative AI.
Yeah, and I want to be clear that when I say personal use, I don't mean your fucking avatar on Twitch or Twitter. No, that is public. You're putting it into a public space. You are broadcasting AI slump, and you are ruining actual hardworking artists' efforts just by allowing it to exist.
Yep.
Keep it to your hard drive. Keep it in your pants. But what I wanted to say, where I thought the conversation might have been going, is there's actually a thing that I stumbled across recently that has started becoming a problem on VGen, actually, where there is a Indonesian group of it's a work sharing network. There's a proper Indonesian term for the methodology, but the community that it comes from is called JRU Hub. And basically what happens is, so there are a bunch of accounts on VGen where they'll be labeled as a studio or a broker, indicating that they work with other people to complete their commissions, right?
Yeah.
However, these people will seldom communicate who their partners are. Like, if you're running a studio, you should have at least a website or a list of the various artists that will be working on your commissions, and transparency on who is actually doing what work, etc. But these various broker accounts that are part of this JRU Hub network, and again, they will not be transparent and tell you that they are part of this network. You just have to intuit it based on context clues. Whatever you commission them for, the person that you're commissioning might not even be the person who ends up working on the thing that you're paying them for. Basically, there is like, it's kind of like a pyramid scheme. There is someone on top who manages all the work, and they see what commissions are coming in and what artists they have under their umbrella who are capable of working on those commissions. And they will basically hand off those commissions to whoever needs to make quota. And they distribute this work throughout the company. And most of their styles will take shortcuts. They'll be kind of half-assed. They'll all look vaguely similar, like really generic, like Fiverr, like base level quality kind of stuff. Or in some cases, just straight up traced or AI artwork.
Yeah.
And you can typically recognize them because a lot of their commissions are very basic. A lot of your character hears off of bases, a lot of eye and mouth banner commissions, and then usually they'll do like a really cheap VTuber model and rig, because again, they're using a whole bunch of assistants to get these things completed. They might do like a character sheet or a background. And I went down this rabbit hole because I saw a whole bunch of people in the span of a week doing VTuber background giveaways. And I was like, man, all these look kind of the same, and all their other artwork on VGen looks kind of the same, and all of them seem to be Indonesian. And there's this one weird guy who's responding with a link to Ethical Art Hub or whatever on Twitter, saying like, there better not be a single person who spends a dime on this giveaway. And I'm like, that's a weird thing for you to post. What's going on with this Ethical Art Hub thing? And you know, they explain what is going on with this scam, because a lot of these people would like do like a quote unquote free art raffle and then ghost the winners, or they would say, oh, actually it was only for 50% off a commission and you got a slot, buddy. Hey, yeah, you're the winner. Just a bunch of gross stuff going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are the kind of things you need to watch out for. So again, that is, the acronym is JRU Hub. If you've got a free evening, Google that, do some research on your own, know what to look out for, be aware that they exist. It doesn't mean that VGen is like compromised in any particular way. Unfortunately, people will exploit this shit. Like, if people exist, they'll find exploits, and they'll find ways to ruin things for other people.
Some people are the
also
worst.
Keep in mind that most Indonesian people will speak English and Indonesian. So if you see someone that has a broker account or a studio account, but their spoken languages listed do not include just English and or Indonesian, then you're probably okay. Like, I follow a couple, for example, like one's Japanese, one's German, one's Italian. I'm not worried about those people. But if I see a broker account and the only spoken language is English and they aren't indicate who they are brokering for, uh-oh, red flag. Oh, all they have is background commission, character sheet, and like eye and mouth. Your character here banners. Yeah, no, I'm not following them.
VGen doesn't work for me now. I'm glad after
good or if
hearing
it's
that.
cheap.
Yeah.
Again, it's not a problem with VGen. It's a problem that you would have found elsewhere. I guarantee you that this problem started on Fiverr, probably was a problem on Etsy as well, and it just wasn't a problem on VGen because VGen was so highly gatekept. But then we had that situation where people got into VGen and they were just like, oh, I got codes for VGen access, I'm just gonna give this away to random artists. And then a whole bunch of scammers got on the platform, and now anyone can register. And it's just like, you've ruined it for yourselves. But it is still ultimately the best place to view all of someone's potential commissions and portfolio in one place. And quite frankly, it's the easiest place to judge if this person might be sketchy or not once you know what to look for.
Yeah.
Like, quite frankly, at the end of the day, VGen or not, if I didn't tell you these things, you'd be just as likely to get scammed by any other website. So I trust me when I say that you do not need to fear VGen. Yes, it's the platform they are currently using, but you would have been just as likely, if not more likely, to have been victimized before I told you about this. So please do not blame VGen. It is still a amazing platform and a great thing for this community.
Mm-hmm.
But to say that this problem is not happening on it would be to lie, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It's called integrity. And guess what? The world sucks right now, and nobody has fucking integrity. You can't AI generate integrity.
That monkey looks like the one roll ad.
Oh, Data.
I was about to
Mega Man
say.
Legends. No, that's II from Monkey Ball.
Didn't they release a new Monkey Ball like 2 years ago or something?
When aren't they releasing a new Monkey Ball?
Fair.
There was a point in time where there were no new Monkey Ball games coming out, and then like it just became like almost like every 2 to 4 year thing. And it's like, we're gonna remake this one, we're gonna make a new collection of this, and we're gonna remake this older one, and it becomes very confusing which ones are remakes, which ones are new, which ones are good, which ones are, you know, it's too much Monkey Ball. Too much monkey, too much balls.
Apparently not a problem for me, because apparently I'm pretty good at handling them. I at least wanted to make that joke before somebody else in chat did.
Sometimes you're just your own worst enemy.
I hate what comes out of my mouth like half the time, so yeah, that tracks.
Like balls.
Yep. Where are the homing attack power-ups? God damn it, Jimbo.
They take a long time to show up. Oh.
Spiky McVikey, you're in trouble.
Ow. What the
Oh,
fuck?
well, the man next to me was invincible, and I was trying to frame one attack him. As soon as invincibility wore off, unfortunately, you were the next nearest target.
Fair enough. Oh, I had third as well. I'm out.
He was literally standing on top of the treasure chest, waiting for his invincibility to wear off, while I was sitting next to him, waiting for his invincibility to wear off so I could hit him before he got the power up.
Gotcha.
It was a fucking cowboy showdown. Yeah, like, unfortunately, most people are lazy and don't have respect or a willingness to understand why something is bad. You don't even have to be rich to be a bad person. That's the moral of the story here. You know, there are plenty of people who are like, yeah, more data centers. Oh, what about all the people in the neighborhoods near the data center who can literally feel their fucking bones rattling because of vibrations and subsonic sound coming from the data centers? Ah, fuck them. What about the fact that they're stealing from their water supply, not telling them? Ah, fuck them. As long as I can generate a giant fat-ass titty girlfriend from atoms, that's all I care about.
If the gooning material was not made by man, then I don't want to see that shit. Seriously, that shit gives virtual AI beings like myself a bad name. Why do you think I'm so pissed off about it half the time, chat? Why do you think I had to rebrand what I was specifically until that shit decided to like become like a very popular thing for people to just fuck around with?
Listen, you gotta get that free range goon material.
If it was not drawn by man, I don't want to see that shit. Not that I ever go out of my way to find it to begin with, but what the fuck?
What happened?
Okay, apparently my game capture decided to capture VC face. I was like, what the fuck happened?
I guess that's what you get for making it automatic.
It shouldn't be. That's the weird thing. I have it set to capture like very specific windows.
Okay.
Title must match. There we go. Coding, what's that? The UK Online Safety Act blocks all that shit. Samurai, Psycho, I'm gonna have to like DM you all that shit later. If you're serious. And don't forget they share the utility bill costs. That's true. That is also true.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Your electricity bill, chat, is much more expensive because of these greedy fucks.
Yes. Like they specifically denied like a law that would have required the companies draining all the energy themselves to pay for all their energy consumption. So instead, that load is put on the consumer power grid. Is is your AI goon titty girlfriend worth freezing a bunch of Texans to death in the middle of winter?
Is it worth seeing a price hike in your own electricity bill? Is it worth it having shitty water quality?
Remember, for every big titty GF you generate with AI, the RAM prices go up by 1 cent.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on that shit.
A lot of big titty anime women being generated. That's why the price is so high.
I am any adult content here is blocked. Okay, then that's a fair thing to say. Worst sentences to hear as an adult: taxes and bills. Yeah, no kidding. I used to self-harm on the site that helped support and had to close because of that act. Thanks, UK. Very cool. I mean, not that it's getting any better up here where the two of us are from, but still. What else did I miss?
Let's fix bread prices. Yay, blah blah.
Oh god. But yeah, chat, that was the Popeye crossover. I'm surprised they didn't really like give us like a level like a course or something for that particular crossover.
It feel like pirate ship or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see this see this game in black and white.
No, that would have been cool. That could just be applied as a filter. Wouldn't even be that difficult to incorporate.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably just make a filter for like for OBS, just to emulate that. But I don't think that would help anybody.
Could. Hmm?
I don't know. Would
all your
chat
viewers have
prefer
gone
that?
colorblind.
Yeah, Ty's, thanks for palling around with me today, as per usual. Whenever I load this game up.
You are welcome. Thank you for tolerating my yammering about the things that nobody knew that YouTube was taking from them.
It's not so much. It's not so much tolerating as it is. I'm trying to like take notes while also playing the game. My notebook is already crammed with a bunch of shit that I can't even understand. Not because of you, but because I wrote like notes for other things in the past that I don't even remember why I even wrote that down to begin with.
Like I said, I believe you're on my Discord server, and I do have my tutorial on how to make this shit work on there. So it's not like this is information that I'm keeping to myself, but I'm also not gonna like post a big thing on fucking. I should at some point probably start making like shorts that I can drop on Twitter, but I don't want to be like those fucking clickbaiters that are just like, did you know that YouTube is keeping the good codec all to themselves?
I think that's the last thing you'd want to do.
This is the fucking Pepe Sylvia conspiracy meme.
Or like the one with Charlie Day.
That's yeah. That's exactly what I'm referencing.
Make shit work? How can I make streamer bot work? That's the neat thing. You don't.
Oh, I don't personally use StreamerBot. I don't like having to run another program when I stream. Now, unfortunately, Stream Elements might be going under. So
Apparently they're not. They apparently found another partnership to keep
we'll see.
afloat. But honestly,
We'll see.
I don't expect it to last, given their track record.
Apparently, the rumor is it might be Kick, which is not good either. So
That's even worse. Tell me about it. It hates me. Technology hates everybody. Eventually,
Again,
one way or the other.
It's one of those weird things where like you have to pick your poisons. Like at the end of the day, Stream Elements does a lot of good things for streamers. I would rather the service continue to exist. And I like Kick, as much of a shithole as it is still better than like an AI gen content farm. So
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Like,
That is true.
could be worse, but it also could be a lot better.
No, they found an investment, but I am moving my commands over. I'm gonna be honest with you. I stopped using Stream Elements like maybe a year or so ago, after it decided that it does not want me to like behave as a proper mod in Joey's channel.
Yeah, I took a screenshot of my commands and like, yeah, I'll set up the bells if I need to, but otherwise, just waiting for the apocalypse.
Honestly, I have been using Nightbot since like day one, and that has been like a more. Oh yeah, you did hear your name, Joey. I was making the statement where like I stopped using Stream Elements after it decided to not let me behave as a proper mod in your own channel.
I forget why I stopped using Nightbot. There was a good reason for it, but the purpose of me using a bot has also changed quite a bit since I first got into streaming. So, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I would like to look into streamer bot or Mix It Up, but like I think Mix It Up also lost like a lot of their staff, and now it's just like a one-man operation. So it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Although I have been using Mix It Up mostly for like redeems and stuff, which is a lot better compared to like using TangiaBot or something.
Well, yeah, because with Mix It Up and StreamerBot, you can script things, and YouTube Studio doesn't quite give you as much freedom, and VC Face probably gives you even less.
There hasn't been an update on VC Face since like 2022, if I recall.
Well, to be fair, most people have switched over to using Waterdo anyway, so
I might actually
I
might actually have to look into that like next week.
I would recommend it. At least it seems like the better option, and it's the one that's actually actively being updated. I think the other big 3D one is Vignon.
Yep.
That one's probably still actively updated, but I think Waterdo still has a lot more stuff going for it. So that is the one that I would recommend. But again, full disclosure, I've not used it myself. I've just looked at it from afar, and I don't feel like updating my Vroid yet. I've been meaning to, but that requires time and effort and sitting in a computer chair and shrimping. So
Not good for anybody's back, even mine.
yeah. Well, I will let you wrap up your stream. Have a good night, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and stay blue, but not like the sad kind of blue.
Yeah, thanks for joining tonight, Tyz.
Anytime, buddy. Oh, no!
God damn it. Just to remind everybody in the chat who hi Maisie. Just to remind everybody in the chat who that was. Please do consider following Tyz. They're Tyz is a very entertaining gentleman to just have a good conversation with in anything like from anything from like video games to like anime to like movies and stuff like that. Swell gentleman. Please check out his channel. Very passionate for what he loves as well. So, cut off scream is so funny to be in clips. It's true. Let's see what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. or not 7. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. EST. I'm actually going to be playing Fast Penguins with Poison Bunny. if everything still goes according to plan. And then after that, the two of us are also going to be revisiting Streets of Rage 4, if only because I actually love that game a lot. It's a really fun beat 'em up. One of Dotemu's I wouldn't say finest works, but one of the more entertaining works. Next to that would be Shredder's Revenge. I still have to eventually play and acquire Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I do want to collaborate with someone in that game eventually. I just need people to like collaborate in that game with. But I don't have a copy of it yet, so. But yeah, thanks to everybody who hung out with us tonight. Before I actually go, 10, thank you so much for sharing your community and friends with mine. I hope I can return the favor to you someday. Have you played Repo? Yes, actually. I actually collaborated in that game with Bacon, Joey, or Bacon Pierogi, Joey, as well as as well as Electric Bunny and Cosmic Devi. I think I collaborated in that game with Captain Quad. Did I? Oh no, I'm thinking Lethal Company. Never mind. Do you play horror games on Fridays? No. Typically, I just Fridays are reserved specifically for like drawing fan art and whatnot. I think you collaborated with Enox too. Enox I collaborated with in Lethal Company as well. I'm not quite sure. Oh wait, no, you're right. I did collaborate with Enox in Repo. I remember that. I have like clips that even show I have clips of that horror fan art. Oh, technically I've drawn a lot of VTubers who dabble in like horror, so I guess that also counts. Then what about other days? Honestly, I just kind of stream whatever I feel like playing. I need to play Lethal Company with someone. It's a lot of fun. I haven't seen the latest updates. See you later, Burb. Thank you for stopping by, and for hanging out with us for as long as you could have. But at this point, chat, you know where to find me on the community server, especially if you are an artist or if you are an streamer. Thank you for the head pats, Burb. Play Lethal Company with Goku on it? Oh God, no. What about streaming upside down? I'll get back to you on that if I ever try. But here are also the social media platforms you can follow me on: Blue Sky, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, as well as Newgrounds. I am also available for commissions on VGen for thumbnail art, video editing, video projects, background music, emotes, and if you want to treat yourself to some nice art, you're more than welcome to follow me there. Finally, there's also Throne. If you have absolutely no idea what I should be putting on Throne. I have like maybe a couple like headphones on there because I could definitely use a new pair. But if you have any suggestions on Throne, let me know. Other than that, let's find someone to raid. Can confirm the emotes are amazing. I appreciate that you like the fact that you like the emotes, Psycho. I really do. Although, like I said, once I upgrade my version of Clip Studio Paint to version 2.0, I think I should finally be able to animate or do animated emote commissions at some point. I have a lot of ideas for animated emotes. I just can't get around to working on them because of my version of Clip Studio Paint. Oh, you know what? Since they're still going, and because we ran into them while we were streaming today, let's raid into this person, Mayu Yumemi. According to them, they are a sleepy dream succubus, which, first of all, I already like the sound of that. And it looks like they're using it looks like they're using a bunch of Sonic the Hedgehog live 2D models. So yeah, let's raid into them. Okay. Here's the raid message for a lot of you who are subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, chat, however, don't feel bad. I completely understand if you are unable to. It is not required. But here's your raid message, chat. Once again, everybody, thanks again to everybody who came by to tonight's stream as always. But whether or not you are here vibing alongside me, or if you're just lurking in the background as I demonstrate my clearing competence in video games, or if I'm drawing or composing something really cool for you to look at or listen to, for the past 4 years, chat, it has meant the absolute world to me. Thank you so much to everybody who has been showing their support for this digital doofus for like 4 years now, and I genuinely hope that I get to do this for many more years to come for all of you. In the meantime though, chat, as always, you know what to do at this point. Stay safe, wear your masks, keep your shots up to date, stay nourished, healthy, as well as hydrated. Above all else though, chat, don't let anyone try to ruin your vibes, because you guys are one of the greatest people to ever exist on the face of this planet Earth, and honestly could not have asked for a better community, other than what I have been able to gather thus far in the 4 years that I have been a VTuber. So, from the bottom of this digital doofus's heart, thank you so much to every single one of you. But, until then, take care everybody, and I will see you all again tomorrow at 8 PM EST, as me and Poison Bunny return to the ever so hilarious game of Fast Penguin. Take care, you guys. This is Digital-Bluez, signing off. Goodbye.